From the Max Sisson Press Box, All Care Field at Badger Stadium on the campus of Arkadelphia High School, it's my pleasure to welcome you to Badger Football 2021, a very important game tonight as Ashdown, coming in undefeated, will take on Arkadelphia on its home field. Ashdown comes into the game 4-0 in conference play, 7-0 overall. Arkadelphia 3-1 in conference play, trying to catch the Panthers tonight. Arkadelphia has won 4 straight in this series. 47-20 was the Arkadelphia margin of victory last year. And in fact, in those 4 straight wins, Arkadelphia scored over 40 points in each of those. The matchup is interesting also because Ashdown has perhaps not played an opponent quite like Arkadelphia this year, despite their undefeated record. 12, I should say, and 38 is their opposition's record so far this year. Arkadelphia's opposition 31-17 so far this year. In non-conference play, Ashdown's non-conference opponents thus far in the season 3-18. Arkadelphia, their non-conference opponents 17-4. So there's been some difference in level of competition, and yet when you see them warm up, you see a series of really outstanding athletes for Ashdown. It's going to be quite a matchup tonight with Arkadelphia. This is the pregame show brought to you by Southern Bancorp. My name is Jeff Root. My pleasure to welcome you to the broadcast tonight. And when we come back, we'll have the Coaches Show, interviews by Chris Babb and the Arkadelphia head coach, Trey Shucker.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Under perfect conditions, your car traveling at 65 miles per hour can stop in about 300 feet. That's the length of a football field.
But a fully loaded tractor trailer, one that weighs 80,000 pounds, will take 2 football fields to stop. And that's if the driver is rested, paying attention, and the truck and load is properly maintained.
If you're in an accident with a big truck, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
Get the experienced team that's going to be on your side, by your side.
Price & Company Insurance is the area's only trusted choice independent insurance agency. What is that, you might ask? An independent insurance agency works for you, the customer, and not the insurance companies. So the next time you're shopping for home, auto, business, life, or health insurance, we invite you to experience an unprecedented level of customer service and expertise. Call or click for a quote today.
Welcome back to the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show. Chris Babb with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker. And each week this interview with Coach Shucker is brought to you by Austin Wingfield State Farm, 620 Pine Street in Arkadelphia. Give them a call Monday at 870-246-2162. Coach, we come preparing for another game. Arkadelphia hosts Ashdown in a big 4A7 matchup. Before we talk about tonight's game against the Panthers, let's go ahead and take a look last week at the game against Harmony Grove. 42-19, the victory. It was 42-6 at halftime. We talked in the interview last week about the importance of possessions. Playing against a Harmony Grove team that was going to try to keep the ball, but also taking advantage of your possessions. Obviously, the first drive goes down and gets stalled inside the 1. You get a stop. You get a score, an onside kick, and a score. I thought that onside kick and the quick score after really kind of set the tone for the game. 14-0 lead really kind of set the tone for the game and kind of gave you that breather you need, I thought. And then after that, your offense continued to execute as well as the defense.
It really did. You know, that onside kick, we scored, were able to score, was able to get that onside kick immediately after, and we went down and scored again. And so getting that 14-0 lead early in the game, that first quarter, was huge, just because the way Haskell is on offense, that if they can get down a couple scores, it's very, very hard for them to come back. Our defense played really well. That first drive of the game, our offense went all the way down and it got stopped on the 1-yard line. And our defense played really well and was able to keep them out that first drive of their offense. And It just went from there. It was really good overall game, from offense and defense standpoint.
Coaches talk about sudden change moments, and a lot of times those get created for you. You created your own sudden change. After the first touchdown, you get the onside kick, and one play, Braylon Bailey breaks for a 41-yard touchdown, I believe, somewhere around that. 2 touchdowns within 15 seconds. You really kind of created that sudden change movement, and your offense and defense responded well, I thought.
Yes, that was what we want to do moving forward into that game, was – We knew that they were going to try to control the clock and control the ball and try to keep us from having the football to, try to keep our offense off the field. The way we approached the game was, well, let's not even give it to them. We want to keep it from them as well. So just to get that ball, get that onside kick early and keep the ball out of their hands, was able to get us ahead early, and it was just big for the rest of the game.
Offensively, we've had some games where the Badgers pass for 300 yards. You and I talked about last week. You said there is a chance that we might not pass for 300, but Jay-Sean could run for a lot. One half of play, 186 yards rushing on 17 carries, 3 touchdowns. We talk about giving what the defense gives you, taking what the defense gives you, giving the ball to your playmakers in space. Jay-Sean made his own space a few times, but that did bear out, and Jay-Sean Davis was your offensive player of the week, almost 200 yards of total offense in the first half.
Yeah, he had a huge night. Going into that game, our whole game plan was, if they line up the same way that they have been lining up, Jay-Sean was going to have a huge night, and he did, and he knew that moving into it. We had talked to Jay-Sean earlier that week was, hey, you're going to be asked to do a lot on defense. You're probably going to have to run the ball quite a bit on offense, and he was able to do it in one half. So that was really good. 17 carries, 183 yards, 3 touchdowns in one half plays, pretty good.
That's okay. I bet there's not a coach who wouldn't take that. Let's move to the defensive side of the ball. It was a different alignment. You talked last week it was going to be a little bit different because of the offense Harmony Grove ran. Not many passes. Your defense, when they were called upon to stop the pass, did that well, but they were able to do that because they stopped the run. Tucker Guy was your defensive player of the week, picked by the coaching staff. Sophomore linebacker, has not played a ton of rotation, but because of that, he was in there a lot and did a good job along with the rest of the defensive front seven.
Yeah, just the way Haskell plays on offense, they run that diamond T, and we were able to continue to run our same defense, but we just changed some personnel, got some bigger bodies in. Tucker Guy had a really good night. Did a great job of getting to the ball and wrapping up being physical. That's the thing that we had talked about with our defense was, they're going to come out and try to run downhill and play smash mouth football. Excuse me. And Tucker met that challenge. He played downhill, met it and exceeded it, and did a great job.
We haven't talked about special teams much, but we do need to talk about Spencer Allen. Obviously, the onside kick that just was textbook that Alex Lloyd was able to recover on the high hop. Alex going up high to get it. Good on extra points, but then his play of the game might have been a touchdown-saving tackle on a kickoff return. Talk about Spencer Allen.
Yeah, no doubt. Spencer Allen joined us this football season. He's our kicker. Just does a great job. But, yes, his biggest play of the night was that touchdown saving tackle on our kickoff, and he's athletic.
Yeah,
I mean, he really is for being a kicker. I mean, he's just as athletic as anybody out there, and you saw it right there whenever he's running down the field and runs the ball down and makes a big tackle to save a touchdown for our kickoff coverage.
And then it ended up not being a touchdown for Harmony Grove. It turned into a big play. So a big win for Arkadelphia, 42-19 over the Haskell Harmony Grove Cardinals. Sets up a big matchup tonight, and that's what we'll talk about after the break. Arkadelphia and Ashdown set to kick off in a few minutes. You're watching the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show. We'll be back with more with Coach Shucker after this timeout. Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia. As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950.
At Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone CPA, we seek to provide accounting, tax, and financial planning services to individuals and small businesses with proficiency and integrity. Serving Arkadelphia since 1977, our staff looks forward to meeting your financial goals of today and also becoming your financial advocate for life. Visit us at 205 North 25th Street or call 246-8991 today. Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone LTD says Go Badgers.
Call State Farm agent Austin Wingfield at 870-246-2162 today.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands: Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
Welcome back to the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show. Chris Babb with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker, the Badgers and the Panthers. Just a few minutes from kickoff, our visit with Coach Shucker each week brought to you by Austin Wingfield State Farm. Give them a call at 870-246-2162 or visit them on Pine Street in Arkadelphia. Coach, we come to week 8, 3 conference games left. Obviously, these last 3 weeks, a lot will be said. What's going to look like on week 11, the first week of playoffs, will be determined over these last 3 weeks.
Right.
Fans, media, whoever can look and start figuring and put pencil and all this stuff. I guess that would be a danger for a team and a coaching staff to start looking at all that stuff and let their vision get past each Friday night. And is that something that at a time, this time of year, you have to fight against, or are kids just like, man, let's just go play a football game?
Yeah, we don't really talk about it with our kids. We talk about, what a game could mean when it comes to playoff seeding. We don't really talk about who that could potentially be, or really we don't, as a coaching staff even, we don't really look too deep into it at this point. There's still a lot of football left with 3 games, 3 conference games left, including tonight. In our conference, that's a lot. Right. I mean, a lot of things can happen in 3 weeks and 3 games. So just the conference we play in, you really can't look too far ahead. You got to worry about what you got to accomplish this week, and that's getting a win tonight. But the closer we get to it, it still doesn't really matter. We just got to play all the way through. Our last game of conference play is Malvern, and that's going to be a good game all the way around. So we just take care of business tonight, and we'll just move on from there.
Let's talk about Ashdown. Ashdown comes into the game 7-0. 7-0 in overall, 4-0 in 4A7 play, coming off of a 26-21 win at Nashville. Traditionally, when this team, you look at the Ashdown team, you're going to say, man, this team looks good, and that's the same thing this year.
Yeah, they're going to be one of those teams that always look the part. They're athletic. They're going to be able to run. They're going to have some size. I mean, they've got some big guys on the O-line this year, and probably one of the best players in the state, and Shamar Easter at tight end, wide receiver. He's just an extreme athlete. Multiple offers. So he's 6'6", 220, can run. Just got to know where he's at all times. He's one of those guys that, hey, we have got to identify where he's at and what his role is about to be. So, our defense got to play well tonight. We've got to recognize where he's at. We got to get to him. We got to wrap him up.
Take a look, since we're talking about Easter and the Ashdown offense. Not a spread offense. They do run some, tight formations, some misdirection. Not quite what we saw in Harmony Grove because they are going to throw the ball more.
Right.
But there are similar offenses to what Badger fans have seen from other opponents this year.
Yeah, they're running the gun tee, wing tee in the shotgun formation. So we've seen that this year. Fountain Lake has ran some of that. Lake Hamilton in our benefit game ran quite a bit and threw out of it quite a bit. So we've seen quite a few teams this year that have done that, and I thought our defense has played well against it and defended it really well. You got to do the same thing tonight.
Offensively, you could see a different offense from Arkadelphia that you saw last week. We talked about there's been pass heavy, there's been run heavy, and basically it comes down to looking at the defense and seeing what they're going to give you. What typical alignments will we see from Ashdown tonight? Yeah,
they're pretty multiple, to be honest. They'll give you a 3-3 box. They'll give you 4 down, give you 4-2 box. They play cover 3 behind it. That's pretty much the main thing on film all year that they've done consistently is they play cover 3 behind it, and they'll play some man free, which means they'll play one safety deep and everybody else is manned up on the receivers and skill players. But the box is going to be the thing that changes. So our run game might be a little bit different here and there. Our pass pro, we've got to communicate really well in our pass protection up front and identify the box, just so we can protect our quarterback and get the ball out in space. And it should be pretty equal when it comes to run to pass tonight, just based off of what they're going to give us. I feel really good about it. Our kids have had a great week of practice, doing a great job of identifying, with the different looks that we've given them in practice and being able to understand and communicate it. So should be a really good game tonight. Just got to play physical, take care of the football.
Week 8, always going to have bumps and bruises. We've seen Badgers in and out of lineup because of injuries. Talk about the overall health of the team right now as you go into Week 8.
Yeah, we have had some injuries. We got Tripp back this week. Tripp Campbell was a wide receiver for us. He went down in our non-conference play with a knee injury, and he's able to come back this week. And really good to have him back. We've had some guys step in. Antonio Hughes is coming back tonight. We're going to play him on defense and keep him on defense. He has been playing offense for us at wide receiver, and then he's a corner on defense. We're just going to keep him at corner this week. And, it's just we've had it up and down. This is the normal trend of football season. You get some bumps and bruises, and, people are in and out. But we've had some really good guys come in and fill in those roles whenever we've had somebody go out, and you're always one snap away. Right. And our kids have really realized that this year. Last year we didn't deal with it as much, but this year we've had some guys that are down. We've had some younger guys step in and do a great job. We get Tucker Johnson back next week, right. Hopefully. Right. That's still up in the air, but he's an senior offensive lineman for us that went down a couple weeks ago with a leg injury. So hopefully we'll get him back next week, or at least start him to get into practice. Start the process to get him back into the swing of it. But biggest thing is just making sure he's healed up and ready to go in the future of the season.
Badgers and the Panthers just a few minutes away from kickoff. Our thanks to Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker for taking his time to join us. Each week, this interview segment of our pregame show brought to you by Austin Wingfield State Farm in Arkadelphia. You're watching the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show, and we'll be back. Kickoff closer. We'll be back to wrap up the pregame show after this timeout on the ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com network.
For over 75 years, Mary and Martha's Florist and Gifts on Main Street in Arkadelphia has served the people of Arkadelphia and her surrounding communities, providing a wide variety of floral and gift needs. Do you have a special occasion that calls for just the right touch of creativity? Join the many who call David Goodman at Mary and Martha's to create a floral arrangement to fit their needs and budget. Call Mary and Martha's at 870-246-2446 or visit their location at 921 Main Street.
Doctors Gary and Rob Rucker are proud sponsors of this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Dr. Gary and Rob Rucker supporting the Badgers since 1996.
Get real attention on your auto insurance. Get real auto, home, and life insurance. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
Call Clark County Farm Bureau today at 870-246-4554. Welcome back to the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show. Chris Babb joined by Chase Hartzell as we prepare for a big 4A7 matchup here at All Care Field at Badger Stadium between the Arkadelphia Badgers and the Ashdown Panthers. Chase, you take a look at this matchup tonight. Arkadelphia comes into the game, one conference loss, Ashdown 4-0. A big matchup between two good football teams as we head down the stretch in the regular season.
Talk about playoff implications in these conference matches as we get later and later into the season. This one could go a long way in deciding how the seeding shapes up in the 7-4A. You look at the Badgers right now in third place with just that one loss that you mentioned, and then Ashdown currently tied atop the rankings with Robinson. Now with a loss here tonight, Ashdown would fall to one loss, and with the head-to-head, Arkadelphia taking over second place right behind Robinson. So a lot of late season implications here tonight. Should be an interesting one.
Captains are making their way to the middle of the field for Arkadelphia. Left to right, Tucker Johnson, Darian Beard, Alex Loy, Landon Kewen, and Matthew Porter will go to midfield for the coin toss duties for Arkadelphia. For Ashdown, the Panthers will send out Javon Hart, a 6 foot, 195-pound senior. Arkadelphia looking to get into a tie for that first. The two names that we're going to see, Shamar Easter, Fricks, also Alex Kielbach, the quarterback. I believe last week Shamar Easter was targeted 18 times in that game. Arkadelphia is obviously going to have their eye on the big junior tight end.
You're right, Chris. He's just such a fundamental part of their offense. And even when, he's not having the best night, there's so many guys on this squad that can step up and have stepped up. But Easter really been a standout thus far to begin the season for Ashdown.
The Arkadelphia Badgers have made their way. Arkadelphia won the toss and will receive. And Chase, it's about time for football. After this break, we'll bring Dr. Jeff Root back in, and the Badgers and the Panthers will have kickoff. We'll be back to Arkadelphia, an all-care field after this 30-second timeout. You're watching Arkadelphia Badger Football TV on ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com.
Roadrunner is fueling good 1 gallon at a time, including for our very own Arkadelphia Badgers. When you fill up at Roadrunner's designated spirit pump on Pine Street at I-30, 3 cents of every gallon will go straight back to our school. This fall, Roadrunner is giving us the option to fill our tanks and our cups with a free fountain drink when we show our spirit pump receipt. In just 2 years, Roadrunner has donated more than $75,000 to local schools through this community-based initiative. We can't drop the ball now. This football season, let's head to Roadrunner to support our Badgers. Follow Roadrunner Stores on Facebook or visit roadrunnerstores.com.
Locally owned and operated, Java Primo is the official coffee house of ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. In addition to coffee, drinks, and desserts, we also have wonderful options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Shop our gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com or visit us on Main Street in historic downtown Arkadelphia. Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more says, Go Badgers!
And we are back live here at All Care Field. As you can see, the Badgers getting ready to hit the field for this exciting 7-4A matchup. 2 winning streaks walk into this game. 1 will leave for Ashdown, looking to remain undefeated, 7-0 thus far on the season, but the Badgers coming off back-to-back victories. First time that's happened for them in 2021 and looking to continue climbing in those 7-4A standings. At this time, we welcome Dr. Jeff Root back into the booth. Dr. Root, thanks for joining us, and it should be an exciting one.
It's going to be fantastic, Chase. Looking forward to calling this game with you. I tell you what, 2 pieces of evidence lead me in opposite directions. One is when you look at the non-conference schedule for Ashdown, they beat Hamburg 37-7. They beat DeQueen 42-0. They beat Hope 49-27. But the overall record for those 3 teams right now is 3-18. Arkadelphia's non-conference schedule, their overall record is 17-4. There's a huge, huge difference here in the quality of the teams that the 2 teams have played. These 2 teams have played, and yet when you watch Ashdown warm up, they have a great collection of outstanding athletes. So it's going to be quite a matchup tonight.
It will be, and these are 2 storied programs in the 7-4A that are usually in that playoff conversation. No different this year. You look at these 2 teams, both in the top 3 right now in the standings, and both looking to stake their claim to one of those top 2 spots.
It's
going to be a fun one.
I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors. Of course, Southern Bancorp was our pregame sponsor. Our first quarter sponsor is Taylor King Law. All of our sponsors so important to us, and we'll be bringing you those spots as we go through the evening. They support Arkadelphia High School football, Arkadelphia High School generally, and, of course, the city of Arkadelphia. We support them as they support us. I got a nice note from Kerry Garnett this afternoon. He said, please beat Ashdown. That's the one team that beat us in 1979 when they won the state championship. So there's not a lot we can do from the press box except tell you about it, but we'll definitely do that. And, of course, on camera tonight is Coleman Callan, as always, and he'll bring you the action in a visual way. This is Jeff Root. Along with me is Chase Hartsold. To my left here in the box is Jim Rothwell on statistics. He'll be with us at halftime to give us a stat report and one in postgame also. And the captain of the ship, as always, is Chris Babb, and he is our director tonight. Here is the kickoff. Arkadelphia will receive, bouncing along. It will go deep, and it is returnable. Return from the 18-yard line to the 20-25-30. This is a nice return. Big hit at the 35-yard line, but still good position to get started.
Yep, and it looked like that was D'Angelo Buckley on the return for the Badgers. It was a line drive kick that time. Not too much time to adjust to it, but he did a great job there, picking up some solid yardage on the return, and now the Badgers already past their own 35-yard line to start out this first drive.
Arkadelphia lines up offensively. You're going to see a lot of people played both ways for Ashdown, as we see some of their starters on offense will call out their names when they play offense, but they're lined up, including the quarterback who's playing linebacker. Run off tackle, and it's a short gain, but a good gain on first down for Arkadelphia's big back, Jayshon Davis. To the 41-yard line. That's a pickup of 5. Second down and 5 to go for Arkadelphia. 2 backs in the backfield, different look, but they'll send Davis over behind the right tackle. And now they're going to pitch it to the right, and this is Bailey. Bailey's hit immediately, though. Good pursuit, and he lost a yard.
And a good read there from the snap from Ashdown's defense. When Bailey gets into space, he's very dangerous, but they made an excellent read right from the get-go there. Sometimes those sweeps will result in plays like that, but if Bailey breaks into open space, look out. That's nothing that any team wants to see.
Third down and 7. Whitten will run. He'll keep it right up the middle and get a first down and more. Up to the 50-yard line. They spread out the defense, Chase, and it worked beautifully.
It did. And right there, Whitten, coming into the season, we knew that Whitten was going to have a strong arm, but how about the performance he's had on the ground this year? Designed run play right there. He takes it up the middle, gets the job done, picks up the first down.
Ball just nudging the 50-yard line. First down and 10. That was a Welch Funeral Home. First down, first one of the night. Here is a pitch and a run to the right for Bailey, and Bailey cannot get back to the line of scrimmage. That's well defended by Ashdown.
And Arkadelphia there again trying to go back to Bailey on that little sweep. And again, it's a good read from the Panthers defense. You can tell that they've done their homework against this Arkadelphia offense, made a couple of good reads, and that one right there is going to result in the loss of a yard or 2.
Yeah, 2-yard loss back to the 48. Second down, and we'll call it 12. Now they're going to hand it off. No, a good keeper by Whitten. Nice fake, and he'll make yardage up to the 45 to the 42-yard line. Short of the first down, but a good gain. So it will be third down, and Arkadelphia will still need a couple.
And before last week, we hadn't seen too much of that option play. We did see it broken out for a good touchdown run from Whitten. That time, another quarterback keeper right there, picking up significant yardage, making it third and manageable.
Run up the middle. Falling forward is Davis, but he's going to be short of the first down at the 41-yard line. Fourth down and 1. Will Arkadelphia go for it here early in the first quarter? I think they will.
Yep, no signs of the offense leading the field, and this is well within 4-down territory. So we'll see what the Badgers draw up here on 4th and short.
Fourth down, 1 yard to go. Arkadelphia, they're going to hand it to Noah. Good fake and a good run for a first down by Whitten. He's been the most dangerous runner so far. They have keyed on the 2 running backs, but Whitten has been running freely. First down at the 36.
And that's the importance of having strong running backs like Davis, able to set the tone, and then you have the defense overcommit to them, opens up opportunities for guys like Whitten.
Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. A pass play completed, and Trip Campbell makes the catch. His first time back, Chase, after being gone since the non-conference season due to an injury. Good to see him back in uniform, and he quickly makes a catch.
It is. He was definitely missed during his tenure away from the field, but now getting to see him back in action once again. Badgers wide receiver corps did an excellent job of that next man up mentality, and they did a great job of filling in for him in his absence.
2nd down 7. Arkadelphia looks to the sideline to get the play. 2 receivers at the top of your screen to the right side and wide, almost to the sideline. And they're lined up short to the left, but they want to pass. Here's Witten. He's looking deep. He is firing the ball deep. He's got a receiver, and he makes the catch. Touchdown, Arkadelphia. Beautiful pass, and an even better catch by Lloyd.
You're absolutely right, Jeff. Right here, it's a play-action pass. It looks like we're going to take another look at it right here so you can see it once again just how great of a play this was. The fake to Davis, and Lloyd breaks into the open field. Witten making the perfect pass into the back of the end zone. Lloyd tracking it down and hauling it in for the score. And Arkadelphia on top early here at All Care Field.
Extra point from Spencer Allen. Kick is up. The kick is perfect. He's been so good all year long. Arkadelphia 7 and Ashdown 0. That is a Farm Bureau touchdown. And we're excited to tell you that Arkadelphia leads this 7-0 with 8:25 left in the first quarter. We'll be back after this.
When severe weather knocks you down, Shelter Insurance is there to help pick you up. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
In Arkadelphia, contact Shelter Agent Chad Kesterson.
9-play, 65-yard drive. The touchdown was 33 yards from Witten to Loy. 8:25 left in the first quarter. Arkadelphia scored on its first possession, the first drive of the game. It's 7-0.
And that first score so important in matchups such as these. We know that both of these teams are capable of putting up a lot of points on the board, but you got to start with that first score.
Bouncing football picked up at the 13-yard line, returned up the middle. This is a nice return for Ashdown to the 37-yard line. On the return for the Panthers was Ford Young, a senior, 6'1", 175, made a nice return. So good field position from its own 37 for Ashdown on their first possession.
It almost looked like a mirror of what we saw on the opening kickoff to Arkadelphia right there. It's a line drive kick, good return from the return team, able to get it up past the 35 a few yards to set up with good field position. So now Ashdown perhaps looking to mirror the efforts of the Badgers offense here, but they're off to a good start with good field position.
Chase, I tell you what, when you have called radio games for about 30 years, you learn not to call numbers because people don't usually have a program at home, but we're going to call a number or two. We want you to watch number 7 for Ashdown. It is Shamar Easter. He is 6'6", and he is a big-time recruit, a tight end with great hands, and they love to throw the ball to him. Offsides, going to be 5 yards. And they're going to mark it off against Arkadelphia, moving the ball to the 42-yard line, first down and 5.
We know that Arkadelphia's defense is aggressive. Ashdown knows that as well, trying to capitalize on it there. They do get the Badgers to jump off sides.
The quarterback is Kielbach. Played a little bit last year for Ashdown against Arkadelphia. He's a lefty, and he's going to throw to the left side and miss his target. He is a good quarterback, but missed his target that time, trying to get it out into the flat, defended by Jayshawn Davis is out there playing linebacker. I hesitated a moment since he is our running back for the Badgers, but he's played some defense too, and he was playing defense that time for Arkadelphia. The intended receiver was Jaden Fricks, a very fine running back. Now 3 receivers to the left side. Quarterback Kielbach is ready to throw. Not a tall quarterback, but he's got a good arm. He'll throw to the flat, gets it to his intended receiver. He's got some blocking out there, and he's going to hit the sideline and make a first down. Dragged out of bounds at the 50-yard line, but that's enough for a first down. They only needed 5, and they got about 10. So it's first down from the 50-yard line.
And good blocking there. Simple pass out to the flats, but the blocks allowed the Panthers to extend the play right there and picked up a little bit of extra yardage. Good wrap-up, though, from Marvion Berry, making the play for the Badgers.
Alex Kielbach at quarterback. Looks to the flat. He'll throw it complete to Fricks. He's got a little bit of room to run. He'll go up to the 40, to the 36-yard line of Arkadelphia, but we do see a flag down. Flag down at the 44-yard line of the Badgers. Waiting for the call. Looks like it's going to be a hold. It's going to go against Ashdown. No downfield passes yet, Chase, but we expect to see some of that tonight. Kielbach has a good arm. We're going to spot the ball back at the 46-yard line of Ashdown. First down and 14.
First down and 14 now for Ashdown after the holding penalty.
This is Easter on the sideline on the right side of the formation, bottom of your screen. They're going to hand off and move to the left side. Good defensive work. Oh, my, that's a good hit. That's KD Young coming off a block and making a big hit, a loss on the play. It looked like he had room, Chase, but what a great defensive play.
It was a great adjustment there from the sophomore. Good block up front, but Young able to stretch around his man right there and wrap up the ball carrier. Just an excellent all-around play there from KD Young.
Ball at the 44-yard line now as Ashdown has picked up a penalty and then a lost yardage play, so it's second down, 16 yards to go. Badgers line up to defend the pass. Kielbach wants to throw. He'll throw a little short pass and miss his intended target. Tried to get the ball out to Caden Winfrey. He's a junior, a 6-foot receiver. They've got some tall receivers. They got some fast receivers, but he missed his target that time.
You're right, Jeff, and you talked about it that we were going to see Ashdown go downfield at some point in this matchup, and it looks like we're going to see it right here on 3rd and long. That time going a little bit further downfield than they had previously, a little out route right there. Had his man, just went right through his hands, and now it's 3rd and long for the Panthers.
They're going to line up, and we do expect a pass. Now they're going to put no backs in the formation, 5 receivers. Back to pass. Kielbach under pressure. He escapes one tackler. On the run, he'll fire it deep downfield looking for Easter, and he missed him. Incomplete. Easter, I think, had a chance to catch it but couldn't pull it in.
And a good play call there from the Panthers. They did find each other downfield, but right there, Easter unable to haul it in. Some pretty good coverage from the Badgers in the secondary.
4th down coming. 4th and 16 for Ashdown. One would expect a punt. Easter's going to go back and put a foot into it. He's 6'6". Really good receiver. I thought he had a chance to catch that long pass, but couldn't pull it in. Tipped perhaps by the defender. You can defend him well, and he can still catch it at 6'6". There's a blocked punt. Ball up in the air. Bounces at the 42-yard line. Returned by Arkadelphia and down to the 37-yard line. Beautiful play by the Badgers, and they're set up now.
Yep, and that was Marvion Berry getting to the ball there for the Badgers. A couple of great plays in a row on defense and special teams. First off, you saw the coverage from Braylon Bailey, who was back deep to return on the previous play, and this time Berry busting right up the front lines to go and block that punt right now. And now the Badgers, with very short field to work with here, they're already in enemy territory.
All right, Davis is the running back next to his quarterback, Donovan Witten. Witten has run the ball well and thrown a touchdown pass already in this young game. Here is a handoff. Davis looking for space up the middle, is not going to find any. They might give him a half yard on forward progress. But that's a big defensive line, and they converged on Davis that time. We'll call it a gain of 1 to the 36-yard line.
And Ashdown knows the importance of not letting Davis get started early. Usually it takes just 1 or 2 good runs to get him going for the rest of the night. We saw it last week against Harmony Grove, picking up nearly 200 rushing yards in just the first half.
High snap, but they'll get it away. Bailey will break through one tackle. He's brought down by the next, though. They might give him 1 yard, no more than that. 3rd long coming. No gain. It's 3rd down and 9. Arkadelphia lines up quickly. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. That's Davis in the backfield with quarterback Witten. Tripp, Campbell, and Bailey, the receivers at the bottom of the screen to the left, the wide side of the field. They'll throw to the right side and throw incomplete as a defender got to Witten just as he was letting loose of the ball. It is 4th down and 9, but they are on the 36-yard line of Ashdown. So let's see what the Badgers decide to do. Sure looks like they are thinking in this field position, even if it's the first quarter, we might just go for it on 4th and 9. Now the ball is set up in the wrong place. Now they're going to move it, thank you, to the 36-yard line. 4th down and 9. Arkadelphia lines up. 3 receivers this time to the wide side. They look to the sideline. Badgers are ready to go with Witten at quarterback. He wants to throw it. Now he'll run. He's got a little bit of space. He's to the 30, to the 26, maybe the 20. Oh, it's very close. Just depends on where they spot it. Are they going to call it a first down? I think they will. Wasn't sure where the knee touched, but he did just get past the 27. They'll, in fact, mark it right on the 26. He ran for a first down. Witten continues to take the game into his hands. Beautiful job. Ball at the 36. Arkadelphia quickly lines up again. Now they'll pass across the middle. That's a completion. Ball to the 19-yard line. And on the catch that time was Carter Babb.
And a good route there from Babb. Ran that one very efficiently and was able to get open in the middle of the field. And sometimes those short passes will add up, Jeff.
Yeah, no doubt it helps when the running game has been difficult. A nice short pass of 7 yards on first down sets you up for 2nd and short. And Arkadelphia will send 3 receivers to the right side, the wide side of the field. Ashdown doesn't have enough defenders over there to cover everybody yet, but his quarterback keeper, he's to the 15, to the 14-yard line. Breaks a tackle, and he'll go to the 10. What a great job by Witten.
Witten refusing to go down, and when you look at that last play, you wonder if those wide receivers were sent out there to the right side as a decoy to try to get the defense away from him. But there, Witten did face some pretty good coverage, but it didn't matter. He kept bulldozing his way forward for more yardage, and now 1st and goal for Arkadelphia.
They're right at the 10-yard line. This is Davis up the middle. He's got some yardage. They'll bring him down at the 5, but a good gain on first down.
And it looked for a second like Davis might break that one, but Ashdown tackling low there, preventing any more further forward progression, I should say.
From the 5-yard line, right back to Davis up the middle. He's to the 3, the 2. He's still fighting. He didn't quite get in, but that's great second effort. I think they'll spot it at the 1-yard line.
At the end of that play, he was spinning around trying to throw off those defenders as he tried to extend forward into the end zone, but Ashdown did a good job there pushing Davis back. Not an easy feat. And now it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
3rd down and goal at the 1-yard line. Witten will come under center. And he'll quarterback sneak it, and he's going to go in. That is a touchdown, Arkadelphia. Donovan Witten on the run, and the Badgers have a 2-touchdown lead in the first quarter.
And prior to that QB sneak, we saw just a couple of tone-setting runs on that series of downs, but Witten finally able to bulldoze his way in for the score, coming up on a late down situation as he has done so many times already in this contest. That's the junior quarterback's 2nd score of the game, and it puts the Badgers up by 13.
He has thrown for 1 and run for 1. Arkadelphia with 2 touchdowns. And the kick is up and good. It's Arkadelphia 14, Ashdown 0. Badgers have had the ball twice. They've scored 2 touchdowns. We'll be back with more Badger football after this.
So with 3:20 left to play in the first.
After the block punt, Arkadelphia had a short field, but they moved 37 yards in 9 plays, got a 1-yard touchdown run from Donovan Witten, and Arkadelphia has pushed it to a 14-0 lead, still in the first quarter.
And we know that Ashdown is perfectly capable of putting up points quickly, but the Badgers did a good job on that first drive, forcing the punt and then blocking the punt. Set him up with good field position right there, and then Arkadelphia's offense takes over and extends this lead to 2 scores. We'll see if they can build on that momentum right here.
Here's the kick by Allen. Line drive shot. It is bouncing high, but it will be returned from the 15-yard line. Up to the 25, going through to the 35. This is a good return, but they're going to pull him out of bounds. And that return will set up Ashdown with pretty good field position. On the return was M.J. Allen. He's a junior.
And Allen with a solid return on that one, kept fighting forward, but Braylon Bailey not giving up on trying to force Allen out of bounds on that one. Looked like Allen was holding him up by his face mask on the stiff arm, but Bailey does a good job there of continuing to fight and finally forcing Allen out of bounds. Still good field position as once again, Ashdown will start out a drive past their own 35-yard line.
Ball to 36, first down and 10. Handoff. Here comes Fricks to the left side. Nowhere to go. Some good work by a number of Badgers, led by K.D. Young, who's really playing well on the right side of the line of scrimmage. A couple of linebackers in there also, including Kewen. Arkadelphia off to a good start defensively at 2nd and 9.
And what an impressive sophomore campaign it has been for Young. Sometimes it takes guys a year or two to really make their presence felt on the field. That's not the case with Young. We've already seen it a couple times here tonight. He is an impact player for the Badgers already.
They're going to run to the left side and some yardage this time, but he'll be knocked out about the 40-yard line. Ollie Ware on the tackle. So that's a short gain. 3rd down, and they're still going to need about 6.
And Ashdown there was trying to do what's brought them some success thus far, and that's get to the outside and try to get those extra yards. But a good job there of the Badgers defense adjusting to the play, limiting the damage, and now 3rd and medium.
Kielbach, we expect to pass here on 3rd down, and he wants to throw it. The left-hander throws a pass complete, but immediately a big tackle, and it's 4th down and 1. Maybe 2. I see the spot now at the 44-yard line. 4th down and 2. Ollie Ware on the tackle.
And in a situation like that, one broken tackle could lead to a 1st down, but Ware with an excellent wrap up near the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see on 4th and short if the Panthers will go for it here. And it looks like they're going to try to do just that.
Yeah, they're going to go for it at their own 44, 4th down and 2. Quarterback will keep it. He's hit immediately. Now the ball is loose and picked up by Arkadelphia way back at the 39-yard line. 1st down, Badgers. Coming up with the ball for Arkadelphia with the nice recovery is Hayden Harper. But I tell you what, Chase, it was going to go to Arkadelphia either way, either on downs or the turnover.
You're right, Jeff, but still a heads-up play there. The ball pops out, and it seemed like for a moment nobody knew that it was out. Everybody was still focusing on the QB sneak, didn't realize the ball had gone free, but Hayden does a great job of pouncing on the ball, and you know, it's only a couple of yards, but still that couple of yards could go a long way in helping the Badgers to yet another score.
He was not called down, so it was a fumble and a fumble recovery at the 39-yard line. 1st down and 10 Badgers. On 1st down, a pass play. Whitten looking deep. Now he's in trouble. He'll escape tacklers and run. He's up to the 35, down to the 34-yard line. Another good run by Donovan Whitten.
Whitten's so dangerous with his legs. We've seen it on design pass plays here tonight, but this time the pocket collapses. The junior quarterback, not frazzled by the pressure that he was feeling, is able to get to the outside and pick up some solid yardage.
On 2nd and 5, a running play. Davis up the middle. He's hit, but he'll get a 1st down and more. He runs through defenders and goes all the way to the 22-yard line. 1st down. That is a Welch Funeral Home 1st down at the 23-yard line. That's where they mark it. 23 of Ashdown. Badgers up by 2 touchdowns, looking for a 3-touchdown lead. Up the middle it goes. Davis with some room. Runs over one defender. 2 more Ashdown players will tackle him inside the 15-yard line, but a huge gain on 1st down.
You have to wonder if these runs are setting up for a breakout for Davis. Those are 2 nice long runs for the senior running back. Usually only takes 1 or 2 to get him started, and it looks like Alex Loy is in isolation over there on the right side. We've seen how this worked out before.
Running play back to the left instead, and to the 10, to the 5, and out of bounds, but that's a 1st down. 1st and goal between the 5 and 6.
Davis with a couple of strong runs up the middle on those last 2 plays. This time gets to the outside and again picking up solid yardage. Seniors looked really solid on this drive, and Badgers looking to cap it off with another score here.
They mark it right at the 5. Running play. This is Davis again. He's going to hit a defender and drag him in the end zone. That's a touchdown, Arkadelphia.
And Davis's work pays off there at the end zone as he gets a house call for himself right there. Davis showing the effort that has made him a Landers Award finalist for the Badgers. He continues to fight on every given play, that time dragging a defender into the end zone. And Arkadelphia already with a hat trick of scores here in the first quarter. Good start.
Extra point attempt is up. It is perfect, and it is Arkadelphia 21, Ashdown 0, 32 seconds left in a tremendous first quarter for the Arkadelphia Badgers. A 21-0 lead early in the game, but it's a 21-0 lead against an undefeated Ashdown team. We'll be back after this.
The Board of Directors of South Central Arkansas Electric Cooperative believes in the necessity of high-speed internet access in rural South Central Arkansas. South Central Connect was created to fill a need other internet providers are not able to provide to our area. South Central Connect, through our local cooperative, brings the necessity of internet service to your house, much like they did electricity in the 1930s. Sign up today at southcentralconnect.com or call 855-269-3429.
Four plays, 39 yards, and a touchdown. 32 seconds remain in the first quarter. Arkadelphia's had the ball 3 times and Chase 3 touchdowns.
The offense has been executing to perfection, but hey, how about that Arkadelphia defense and special teams forcing 2 turnovers on those last couple of drives, and we've talked about the importance of taking care of the football early in contests. Arkadelphia struggled with that against Robinson and kind of felt the effects from that in that one, but here tonight they've done an excellent job of securing the football. They've been forcing turnovers themselves, and it's provided them with a very big lead here to start out the night at home.
The touchdowns have been 65 yards after the opening kickoff, 37 yards after a blocked punt, and 39 yards after a fumble when Ashdown went for it on 4th down. So the defense has played beautifully. The offense is flawless, and the Badgers lead 21-0. Ashdown just about to get the ball back. Here's a long high kickoff to the 6-yard line, returned to the 15. He'll hit full steam and then be tackled just as he crosses the 20-yard line. Good work by the Badgers.
And it was Braylon Bailey again getting to the football on that one. We've seen him have an impact on both sides of special teams. We've seen him with strong returns this year, and this time it's a great job in kickoff coverage, making the play for the Badgers. And now Ashdown back further than they've probably been all night thus far.
Ball at the 21-yard line of Ashdown. Only 25 seconds left. We're in the first quarter, and Ashdown feeling a bit of pressure even though it's early because they're down by 3 touchdowns. Kielbach, the quarterback, fakes a handoff. Play action pass, throwing it deep, looking for Shamar Easter, and he's got him. He'll be tackled. That's not Easter, but he's tackled across the 50-yard line. Coming up with the catch was Caden Winfrey.
And Winfrey right there got open, saw a mismatch downfield, and Kielbach able to connect with his man downfield. Solid gain, and Jeff, it's like you said earlier, we knew that the Panthers were going to start going downfield at some point, and that looks like that point is right now.
33-yard pass play and first down for Ashdown. Kielbach is a good thrower. To the right side it goes. A little bit of a gain up to the 40 of Arkadelphia. Now gain tackling. Arkadelphia's defense is well motivated for this game. They are getting with it. Frick on the carry. He's stopped at the 41 of Arkadelphia, and that's the last play of the first quarter, and so we'll take a break. It's Arkadelphia 21, Ashdown 0. We'll be back after this.
Andy's Restaurant at the corner of Pine Street and Walnut Street is proud to support Arkadelphia Badger football. The Badgers love Andy's biscuits, and we know you will too, so stop by for breakfast and try a biscuit or some of our great breakfast options. Stopping by later, try one of our classic items like our Andy Burger made with 100% always fresh, never frozen grade A Black Angus beef. Want something different? How about our pork nachos or our golden fried catfish fillets with hush puppies? We have many more options as well, and don't forget ice cream and our other desserts. Andy's Restaurant, proud sponsor of Biscuits for Badgers every game day morning.
Ashdown with its best field position of the game so far, Chase. You expect an undefeated team to fight back, and Ashdown's doing it right now, but Arkadelphia really has looked great so far.
It's been as good of a start as you could have asked for as a member of the Badger faithful. But we do know Ashdown, they're undefeated for a reason, and that's because they do have that fight where they are capable of getting back into a ball game at any time. So we'll see here if they can change their fortunes, and the Badgers looking to ride this wave of momentum they've had for the last several minutes.
Alex Kielbach is a senior quarterback. Not a tall guy, but he could throw the football, and we expect to see plenty of that for the rest of this game. Fricks is a good running back also. He's in the formation behind his quarterback in the pistol. On 2nd and 5, a running play. Fricks looking for room. He's going to get some, and he's probably got a first down. Just depends on the spot, but I think they'll give it to him at the 36-yard line.
It looks like they did give him forward progression on that one, so it'll be a first down from Ashdown. Jaden Fricks with a great run there to the outside, picking up solid yardage and getting the job done, moving the chains.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Here comes Ashdown again. Running play, Fricks again. This time he'll dive into traffic and make some yardage, but Arkadelphia defended it well. 2nd down coming. So this is out of the Arkadelphia playbook to come back to the line of scrimmage quickly. 2nd and 8 for Ashdown at the Arkadelphia 34-yard line. The best drive of the night so far for the Panthers.
2nd down and 8.
Pistol formation. They'll run it again right up the middle. He's hit, but the offensive line will push. The running back will push. He'll have a couple of yards, but 3rd down and medium length coming here. We'll see where they spot the ball. It looks like they're going to spot it about the 32. And with the ball at that spot, they're going to need another 6. Only a 2-yard gain, so it's 3rd down 6. Ball at the Arkadelphia 32.
And long runs up the middle are not easy to come by against this Arkadelphia defensive line. They're proving it right now why it is so tough, and it looks like we have a penalty flag down.
Yeah, Arkadelphia a little too anxious that time. Good decision to go with the snap count to try to pull Arkadelphia off, and it sure looks like it worked. It is going to be 3rd and 1 instead of 3rd and 6.
You could tell the defense was licking its chops after those first short runs to start out this set of downs, but now just 1 yard needed to move the chains. We'll see how Arkadelphia's defense responds right here.
Panthers line up. Really 2 plays to make 1 yard, so they could try to surprise Arkadelphia with a pass, but we'll see. Kielbach sends a man in motion to the right side, and now he'll keep it and run to the right side himself. He doesn't get much, but he will make a first down. On the tackle for Arkadelphia was their fine defensive back, Kobe Buckley.
And Buckley did make a good wrap up there, but not before Ashdown picks up the first down. You have to wonder if those first few runs were to kind of get Arkadelphia to focus on the middle of the field, and right there the quarterback knew that Arkadelphia was anticipating a run up the middle and is able to adjust, runs to the outside for a couple of yards, and that's enough to move the sticks.
First down from the 26, and a running play to the near side it comes, and there's some room to the 20, to the 18, and out of bounds. Tell you what, though, that time it looked like Arkadelphia was having trouble getting set defensively. Ashdown was able to snap it quickly and had an advantage.
And it's like you said earlier, Jeff, we're starting to see Ashdown with a tendency that Arkadelphia has used in this season, and specifically in this matchup already, and that's getting to the line quickly, doesn't give the defense enough time to adjust. And again, they're back quick to the line right here. Not much time between plays.
1st and 10 from the 16. That was a 10-yard run. Kielbach will run it again, and this is Fricks. Fricks going to make a little bit of yardage inside the 15-yard line. This is a big, strong offensive line led by their left tackle, who comes in all of 6'5", 275. But that run was to the right side, and it picked up a couple of yards to the 14, 2nd and 8.
And credit Fricks with some fancy footwork on that one to extend the play and pick up those extra few yards.
They want to run again. Fricks up the middle this time. He will fight for yardage up to the 10-yard line. Arkadelphia has several players in on the tackle. And, okay, we had a substitution at running back. The running back instead was Jonathan McElroy, a junior. and he was stopped at the 10-yard line. So from the 10-yard line, it is 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
And we'll see what the Panthers call here on 3rd and short. They used the runs up the middle on that last set of downs to break the tendency on 3rd. We'll see if they try to do something similar here.
Back to pass. Kielbach looks to the end zone, fires it high and incomplete. Tried to get it to one of his tall receivers. That was not Easter in the end zone. It was Caden Winfrey who made the catch earlier. He's 6 feet and got up high, but still couldn't reach the football. 4th down and 4.
And Kielbach has a lot of trust in his wide receiver. You saw it right there. Threw a pass into the end zone on that one. Sailed a little bit on him. It would have been a tough play to make either way, though, because there were 3 Badgers there in coverage. Excellent job by the Arkadelphia secondary, forcing that pass to have a little too much mustard on it.
4th down and 4. Easter is the tight end to the left side. Kielbach at quarterback. Takes the snap and rolls to his left. Left-hander wants to throw. He's in trouble, and Arkadelphia will sack him. Arkadelphia takes over. There's a fumble, and Arkadelphia is going to run it back. This is not a dead ball. This is going to turn into an Arkadelphia touchdown all the way down the sideline, and that's a touchdown, Arkadelphia.
Touchdown, Arkadelphia.
What a play.
And Jeff, you know these kids are taught to play until the whistle, and this is where that mentality pays off right here. We're going to take another look at the play. Nowhere to go. It looked like Katie Young was going to wrap him up right there, but a good hit forces the ball out. He wasn't down. And it was Alex Turley picking up the fumble and taking it the distance. Arkadelphia's defense may be feeling a little bit left out. They wanted to put some points up on the board themselves, and they'll do that right here. Touchdown, Arkadelphia.
That is some kind of play. Ashdown looking to make it a 2-touchdown game. Instead, it's a 4-touchdown game with Arkadelphia scoring on a long fumble return. On a 4th down play, Kielbach was trying to keep the play alive. He was hit extremely hard. The ball got loose before he was down, and Alex Turley picked it up and ran it the distance for a touchdown. Kielbach, by the way, was slow getting up, but he did walk to the sideline, so hopefully he is okay, and we'll see him again. He was really hammered as he got away from one Badger and then was suddenly hit very hard by another and fumbled the ball away. Extra point attempt is up, and Allen's kick is perfect once again. It's Arkadelphia 28, Ashdown 0, 8:26 left. We are in the 2nd quarter, and we'll be back with more after this.
R&T Dixon's Exxon stores are proud supporters of this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Locally owned and operated by Randy and Tanya Dixon, we welcome you to visit any of our 3 convenient locations in Arkadelphia and Caddo Valley. Fill up your tank and get your snacks in our stores located at each I-30 exit and also near downtown by Washita and Henderson. Visit Dixon's Family Store at 3036 Pine Street or Tiger Mart on North 10th Street in Arkadelphia, or visit Dixon's Valley Exxon at 144 Valley Street in Caddo Valley today. R&T Dixon's Exxon stores say go Badgers.
75-yard fumble return for a touchdown by Alex Turley. The extra point was good, and Arkadelphia suddenly leads this undefeated Ashdown team 28-0.
And Jeff, who would have thought we'd be at this point right now? Ashdown really hasn't shown any signs of weaknesses against their opponents this year, but Arkadelphia putting on their best performance of the year thus far. Here tonight in front of the Badger faithful, continuing to build on that impressive start, and they've had about as good of a night as you could have hoped for on both sides of the ball. Now the defense getting involved in adding a score.
Just amazing. Offensively, defensively, Arkadelphia has dominated the game. The Badgers scored their first touchdown with 8:25 left in the first quarter. They just scored their 4th with 8:26 left in the 2nd quarter. Quite impressive work by both the offense and defense. Ashdown is going to try to regroup. We'll see if Kielbach is okay and can come back in the game after that big hit. Kickoff by Arkadelphia is going to be a line shot. It is fielded in the air at the 15. Return to the 25, looking for room and not finding any short of the 30-yard line. Arkadelphia will hold on, and the whistle blows. Ashdown takes over, 1st down and 10.
Fielding is Spencer Allen.
Let's see if Kielbach is back in. He was really stung on that tackle.
I don't see him out there quite yet, so we may have a change in order right here. We'll see how the Panthers line up on this next play. And it looks like we're actually going to see Kielbach head onto the field right here.
Had a little visit with his coach, and now he's headed back to the huddle. He's going to stay in the game. Tough young man. He's a senior, leading his team so far to an undefeated season, but now facing quite a mountain against Arkadelphia. The Badgers 28, the Panthers 0, 8:18 left. We're in the second quarter, and Kielbach lines up for the Panthers. Arkadelphia lines up defensively. Back to pass. They may do some throwing from here on out. He'll fire the ball to the sideline. It should have been a catch, but I think he dropped it. No, did he hold on? It was near sideline. Our view was obstructed. I think they called it a catch at the 35-yard line. Looked like a double catch. Looked like he fumbled it for a moment, but must have held on before it hit the ground. No, they're going to called it a catch, but there is a penalty on the play. It is holding. That's the call. Holding. So it nullifies the catch. I see the flag now way back at the 22-yard line.
And if you're Ashdown right there, that is not what you wanted to see on that last play. It's been tough going for the Panthers to start out in this one, and now another setback right here with another penalty.
Wow, and that was well behind the line of scrimmage. The line of scrimmage was the 27-yard line, and they're going to set up for a new first down all the way back at their own 12. Marked it off from the spot of the foul. Kielbach going to look for a receiver now. He goes back to pass, looking across the middle. Now he's going to throw deep, looking for a receiver. He will see instead a great defensive play to break it up. Beautiful play by Latonio Hughes. Just reached up and broke it up as the ball was arriving.
And Hughes read that one right from the snap. He had his man tracked down and almost got a hold of the football right there, but was able to deflect it away, stopping what would have been a huge gain for Ashdown. Excellent play from the junior.
That ball was well thrown, but Hughes just made a better play defensively. Ball at the 12, second down. They need 25 for a first down. Kielbach has not thrown to Easter very often. He's had one opportunity for a catch and didn't pull it in. Arkadelphia is going to back their safeties up a bit. Now they're going to throw a back pattern pass to Easter, and he's going to be hit and lose his yardage on the play. They thought the misdirection would throw the Badgers off, but they in fact did not. Arkadelphia got there for the tackle.
And it looked like it was a combination of Braylon Bailey and Marvion Berry getting to the ball on that one in the backfield. And Katie Young also contributing as well. It was an excellent read from the snap right there by the Arkadelphia defense and pushing the Panthers back further and further into their own territory.
Loss of one on a completed pass to Easter. It's third down and 26. On third and 26, Arkadelphia kind of licking their chops right now. They'll go after the quarterback and also look for the possibility of interception. Ashdown looking for a big play. Alex Kielbach dropping back will fire the ball to the far side, and it is complete but not nearly enough for a first down. That's a nice play. It got him within about 10, maybe 9 yards, so fourth down coming.
And Kielbach was pressured as he threw that one, so a good job of just getting the ball away there. But still, Ashdown pretty deep in their own territory. Don't know if this would be four-down territory right here, this close to their own goal line.
Yeah, I think it will be. They're down by 4 touchdowns. It looks like they're going to line up with Easter, and he's going to punt the ball away. Arkadelphia, though, will get the ball and have a real chance now. High punt will be caught and fumbled. Ball is loose. Ball is still loose. Arkadelphia fighting for it. Ashdown fighting for it. And the Panthers think that they have it. Well, Arkadelphia tried to catch the ball on the fly. It was a very high end-over-end kick. We're still waiting for the officials to make a decision, but I believe Ashdown's going to have it. They do. So Arkadelphia turned it over on a punt return. First mistake of the night for Arkadelphia, and now that's going to give a little bit of new life to the Panthers. Would have been a chance to go up by 35 if the Badgers had the football, but a mistake, and Ashdown has an opportunity to try to pull back into this thing. Down by 4 touchdowns, 7 minutes exactly left in the second quarter.
Really one of the first positive momentum swings we've seen for Ashdown this far in this game. We'll see if they can capitalize now on this opportunity already in enemy territory.
They're going to hand it off. There is a running play for short yardage. On the run for the Panthers that time was one of their fine running backs, and that was Jonathan McElroy. He's had a few carries tonight, but didn't make very much yardage, picked up only 1.
And a good job there from Arkadelphia's defense. It can be really dismaying when you force a 3 and out like that and then have the ball turned right back over your back, right back out on the field. But Arkadelphia's defense not dismayed at all. They're going to keep playing hard right here, and they limit the damage on that play just a yard.
On second down, Kielbach wants to throw. He'll fire it across the middle. It is incomplete, almost intercepted, and Kielbach got hit hard again, but he'll get up and be ready to play third down. Dangerous pass, though.
And that was Braylon Bailey jumping over in front of the football. He's been all over the field tonight, been making plays just about in any way possible, and that time almost coming up big time with a huge interception nonetheless. Forcing a 3rd and long here for Ashdown. Excellent play by the senior.
Third down, 9 yards to go. 4 down territory for Ashdown. Easter is the receiver at the top of your screen. Looks like he might be the target. They're going to throw to the sideline. Arkadelphia gets there, but did Easter catch the ball? Yes. What a pass and what a catch. The long arms came in handy as that was well defended, but still a catch for a first down at the 21.
And we knew that Easter was going to come into play at some point in this matchup, and this is one of those situations right there. Excellent coverage from Arkadelphia's defense. Not much more they could have done right there, but just an excellent play by Easter, able to haul in the catch for the first down.
It was a really good pass. Here is a running play. Up the middle it goes. Arkadelphia defends it. Short gain. Now they're going to pull him back, and McElroy will have about 3, maybe 4 on the carry.
15, Jonathan McElroy carries the ball. Jason Davis on the stop.
They'll spot it at the 17-yard line. Gain of 4. It's second down and 6. Last time Ashdown was in this territory, they fumbled on 4th down, and Arkadelphia returned it for a touchdown. Second nice drive, or nice field position, I should say, for Ashdown. Not much of a drive after the turnover. Long pass to the corner of the end zone. Beautiful catch, and that is a touchdown for Ashdown. He played the defender well and got the touchdown. Scoring for Ashdown on the fine reception was Caden Winfrey. At 6 feet, he had man-to-man coverage and just outmaneuvered the defender for the football. Beautiful high-point catch.
And that's one where you just have to tip your cap to the offense. Winfrey's been making some great plays downfield all night, and there's another case of it right there. Saw the mismatch, was able to jump up and grab the football. And it was just an excellent play to cap off a short drive for the Panthers, making the most of the Badgers' mistake right here with their first points of the night.
After the Arkadelphia fumbled punt return attempt, the first touchdown of the night for Ashdown. Kick is up, and that kick is perfect, and so it is. Arkadelphia 28, Ashdown 7, 5:07 left. We're still in the second quarter, and we'll be back with more second quarter action from Badger Stadium after this.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Trent Roberts made the extra point after the touchdown pass from Kielbach to Winfrey. And it is Arkadelphia 28, Ashdown 7. After the Arkadelphia turnover, it was only a 33-yard drive. It took Ashdown 5 plays, and the Panthers are on the board for the first time tonight. Well, I guess, Chase, what you look for now if you're a Badger is to just take back the momentum. They gave it up on the turnover. Ashdown got the touchdown, but Arkadelphia will get the ball back now.
And it's important to remember that it wasn't an offensive turnover on that one. This team, or this unit that we're about to see here in just a moment, is still reeling off another score. It's been a while since they've been on the field. We'll see if that benefits them or
return to the 27 and knock down at that point. First down and 10. Boy, you can tell that both teams are playing really hard. A lot of hard hitting. Motivated players out there. Ashdown undefeated on the year. Arkadelphia trying to pull to a tie in the standings. Stay just one game behind Robinson. Arkadelphia comes out to line up. Ball at the 27-yard line. Running play up the middle. Not much there this time for Arkadelphia. Short gain. Davis on the carry. We're going to say no gain at all. 2nd and 10. Has been hard to run up the middle tonight.
And Ashdown does a great job of defending those middle of the field runs, but we'll see if Arkadelphia can create some opportunities.
Flags go down as Whitten tries to make his way back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what the flag's going to be. Looks like it could be a hold against Arkadelphia. We'll see, though. The officials are talking to each other. Be a tough call on the Badgers if it is a hold. Whitten wanted to pass, then he wanted to run. And Whitten believes that it is against Ashdown. He thinks it is a hand to the face. Let's see if the official agrees. Personal foul, that's exactly right. Personal foul, face mask. And it is a 15-yarder in Arkadelphia. No, I'm sorry, offsetting penalties. Offsetting penalties, so they'll just do it again. So, guys, you were both right. Penalty against Arkadelphia, penalty against Ashdown. And so from the 27 to 2nd down and 10, they'll just do it again. Will Arkadelphia go back to the pass? Will they go back to the run? The run's been a little bit more difficult than the pass tonight, but both have worked pretty well. Badgers lead at 28-7. Whitten wants to throw. He'll step up in the pocket. He gets away from one defender, hit by another, and he'll gain only a yard. Couldn't quite make it to the sideline and cut up the field.
And that time the pocket was collapsing quickly. Whitten did a good job of doing what he could on that play, taking what the defense gave him, and unfortunately in that situation, just about a yard.
3rd down, 9 yards to go. Ball at the 28-yard line, and the Badgers set up for presumably another pass play. 3 receivers to the left side. I'm sorry, to the right side, the bottom of your screen. That's Campbell, Babb, and Bailey. And back to pass, they'll throw to the left side. Here's a catch and a run after the catch. Good run for yardage. And that was Campbell. I'm sorry, he was on the left, not the right. So Campbell made yardage, and I think he'll have a first down. They're going to mark it at the 37-yard line, and it is 1st down and 10. Yeah, they're a little late getting the chains moved, but it is 1st down. So they're going to hold up play until they move the chains. Here we go. 1st down from the 37. Here's a pitch. This is Bailey looking for room on the left side. He's got some room. Bailey in traffic. 1st down, just short of the 50-yard line. They'll knock him out of bounds. Good run by Braylon Bailey.
And we saw it a couple of times earlier in this game. They tried to go to that pitch with Bailey, and it didn't really work out too well. This time they go back to that play, and it works really well. It's what we've seen so many times this year, but it may be coming back here as we did have a penalty at the end of the play.
On the far side, a flag did go down, and it's going to be a holding call against Arkadelphia, so it will come back. We thought that was going to be a Welch Funeral Home 1st down, but instead they're going to get 1st down all over again because they're going to move it back. And based on where the penalty took place, where the hold took place, marking off from the spot means it's just 1st and 11. So it didn't hurt all that much. They'll get 1st down over again, but it's 1st and 11 instead of 1st and 10. Whitten wants to throw. He'll fire it down the sideline looking for a receiver. Did he catch that? Yes! What a catch against 3 defenders. Catch for Arkadelphia at the 38-yard line. Trip Campbell with a circus catch on the far side.
Campbell's shaken up after that last play. He's already struggled with injuries already this season. Not something that you want to see right here in his comeback, but what an impressive game he's had thus far. Hopefully we can see him get back in this one pretty quickly as he made a couple of great catches in a row there to set up Arkadelphia with excellent field position.
26-yard pass play for a 1st down. Good pass by Whitten, and in traffic, Campbell came up with the catch. He really thread the needle on that with the pass. Campbell came through with a contested catch. 1st down from the 38. Whitten is the quarterback. To his left is Jayshon Davis, who is a threat to catch the ball or run with the ball, as you know. Back to pass, Whitten looking downfield. He'll fire the ball to the right side, a little high and incomplete, intended for Loy.
Alex Loy was the intended receiver.
And they're trying to hit Loy to the outside. Just missed him on that one, and there was a little bit of good coverage there from Ashdown as well. Got some good pressure on Whitten as well. Forced a little bit of an errant pass on that one, so kudos to the Panthers defense overall on that play.
Going to hand off. hit in the backfield twice, 3 times is Davis. He will not make it back to the line of scrimmage. As quickly getting back there was Ashdown. Going to be a loss of a couple on the play. 3rd down, 12.
And it's been tough sledding for Davis on this last drive, really. Ashdown's done a great job of locking down the middle of the field and making running room tough to come by for the senior running back.
Arkadelphia looks for the play. Bailey will come in motion to the right side, line up behind the right tackle. They're going to run to the right with Davis, who's hit immediately in the backfield. I mean, just a huge rush coming from that side of the line. And Davis had no chance. Timeout called by Arkadelphia as they think, or Ashdown. Okay, timeout by Ashdown. And it is Arkadelphia that will enjoy a chance to talk about it. We'll take a break also. 1:57 left. 28-7. Arkadelphia leading. We'll be back after this.
Under perfect conditions, your car traveling at 65 miles per hour can stop in about 300 feet. That's the length of a football field.
But a fully loaded tractor trailer, one that weighs 80,000 pounds, will take 2 football fields to stop. And that's if the driver is rested, paying attention, and the truck and load is properly maintained.
If you're in an accident with a big truck, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
Get the experienced team that's going to be on your side, by your side.
Very important 4th down coming. Arkadelphia has a nice lead at 28-7, but Ashdown's had some momentum lately, Chase. So Arkadelphia would love to see what they can do to really turn this around here on a 4th down and long. If they decide to kick it, which could be the case, they'll look for a chance to push Ashdown back far in their own territory. And Ashdown is going to send someone deep looking for a return possibility. Deep for the Panthers is Xavier Sanders.
And usually we see Witten by himself in the backfield, but he's joined by Davis, so we'll see if they actually do go with the punt here.
I think they're going to run a play unless he punts closer than he normally does. No, they're going to throw it. Back to pass is Witten. He'll fire it downfield. There is a flag down. Incomplete pass. I think it would have come back anyway. It's going to be a hold against Arkadelphia. Ashdown's done a nice job of putting pressure on the quarterback, and it resulted in another holding call, but it won't matter because that was an incompletion on 4th down.
And the Badgers were in 4th down territory there, so not a bad idea to try to go for it on 4th down and try to get a little bit of momentum heading into the locker room, but there's 2 sides to that argument as well. We'll see which one ends up occurring right here. Could just be a harmless misstep, but Ashdown is a team that is known for capitalizing on opportunities such as these.
Ashdown at its own 45-yard line, 1st down and 10 for the Panthers. And Kielbach wants to throw. He'll throw it to the far side. He'll get a completion for 11 yards, maybe 12. Good spot. I do see a flag down in the backfield, though.
That one
Could this be holding also, Chase?
It looked like it. That one came from the umpire. And
it's going to go against Arkadelphia. A defensive lineman got his hand in the face of an offensive lineman, and that'll be against the Badgers.
Usually when you see flags around that area at the line of scrimmage, it's usually going against the offense. It's usually a holding penalty, but this time the defense will be the one to pay on that one, and it looks like they're going to add that one on to the end of the play.
All the way to the 33 of Arkadelphia. 1st down and 10 for the Panthers. Now this is a real opportunity for Ashdown. Lots of time left if they were throwing the football. 1:41 left before halftime. It's a 3-touchdown lead. Ashdown would like to cut it to a 14-point deficit by halftime. On 1st down, Kielbach wants to throw it. He's got 3 receivers downfield. He'll throw the ball to the far side. Did he catch it inbounds? No. Out of bounds as he caught the ball.
Pass was caught, but it was caught out of bounds.
And that was a close play there on the right side, but the referee was right there to make the call. Wasn't able to drag his feet in right there, but still a good route there run by MJ Allen. Tried to keep his feet in bounds, just couldn't manage to do it. And looks like we have a stoppage on the field right now. Looks like there have been some issues with the clock.
Yeah, they're going to reset the clock, I believe. Going to reset the clock. It ran down to 105, and they're going to reset it. Looks like it should be maybe 124. That's where we'll put our clock. 124 is now they're showing 125 on the scoreboard, and they're going to go with that. Second down and 10 at the Badger 33-yard line. Back to pass Kielbach. He throws it, and it is complete at the 20 and out of bounds. But that's a first down, and they'll stop the clock at the 20. Flag down, though, back at the 40. Let's see what that's going to be. Looked like they roughed the passer. Another penalty against Arkadelphia. Arkadelphia trying to get to Kielbach, but 2 penalties on the defense in the backfield, and that's going to help out the Panthers. The completion was to the 20-yard line. He was hit too long after the throw, I suppose. 121 still on the clock, and the Panthers suddenly are much closer. They're going to spot the ball at the 10. From the 10-yard line, it's first down and goal.
And it was the same play that they ran the play prior. That little out route to M.J. Allen, ran it very efficiently and was able to haul in the catch for the first down, and then the penalty.
Timeout called by Arkadelphia, and so we'll take a break also. So Ashdown down by 4 touchdowns. They've cut it to 3. Now they're trying to cut it to 2. 1:21 left, second quarter. Arkadelphia 28, Ashdown 7. We'll be back with the conclusion of the second quarter after this.
Price & Company Insurance is the area's only trusted choice independent insurance agency. What is that, you might ask? An independent insurance agency works for you, the customer, and not the insurance companies. So the next time you're shopping for home, auto, business, life, or health insurance, we invite you to experience an unprecedented level of customer service and expertise. Call or click for a quote today.
Tell you what, Chase, it's certainly not that Arkadelphia is in danger of giving up the lead. They had a 28-0 lead. It's now 28-7. But if Ashdown gets the last 2 touchdowns of the first half, they'll have quite a bit of enthusiasm coming out in the third quarter.
Not to mention they're going to be receiving the opening kickoff in the second half. So you talk about the 2 touchdowns plus that potential score, that opening drive of the second half, and Ashdown right back in this ball game.
Changing formation as they overstock the right side and go with a direct snap to McElroy. McElroy at quarterback from the 10. He wants to run to the left side, and he won't make a yard. He might have lost one. Well defended. The first time the Badger defense has seen the direct snap tonight, and they pitched it for a loss of 1.
Good read there from Max Wilson up front. Read it right from the snap. And, Jeff, you mentioned it. The Arkadelphia defensive line likes to see play calls like that one because they know how to read them so well. And their good job by Arkadelphia's defense pushing the Panthers back a little bit. We haven't seen too much of that on this drive in particular.
It did not take long to decide to put Kielbach back in the game, I should say. And he'll look to the end zone. Now he's under pressure. He'll throw short, and he'll throw an incompletion. Well defended on the play, putting pressure on the quarterback. Getting in there very quickly for Arkadelphia was interior lineman Darian Beard.
And that time Beard forced excellent pressure onto the quarterback. Looked like he might have come up with the sack there, but Kielbach just manages to get the ball away. Still an incompletion, though. And now it's third down for the Panthers. Can Arkadelphia make a goal line stand right here?
Third down, goal to go from the 11-yard line for Ashdown. Kielbach standing at the Arkadelphia 16 will receive the snap. He wants to throw to the corner of the end zone. He's looking man-to-man coverage, fight for the football, and Ashdown was unable to come down with it, but there's a flag down.
Incomplete, but there is a flag on the play.
And based on where they threw it, it looks like this is going to be a PI call on the Badgers.
Pass interference, of course, against Arkadelphia.
Well, it was contested by both players in the end zone, but the defender got a little too much of the receiver, and so that pitch to the back corner of the end zone is going to result in a good play for Ashdown. First down and goal as they'll move the ball to the 5.
And usually officials will use, when it's a bang-bang play like that, sometimes you'll see officials look to see if the defender turned back to the football there. It was tough to say on that one, and the referees went with the pass interference call.
Yeah, not an automatic first down, so it's third down. Rolling to his right is Kielbach. He's under pressure, but now he wants to run. He's got some room. He'll make a touchdown. Touchdown, Ashdown on a run by Alex Kielbach. 26 seconds left, and Ashdown has thrown another touchdown on the board. Really a key play from the 5. Couldn't find anyone open in the end zone. Decided to tuck and run and got the touchdown. Good play by the senior quarterback.
And good field vision there from Kielbach. He was rolling out to his right, saw the mismatch, knew that he would either have his man in the flats or he could take it in himself. He saw that the coverage was dropping back onto his man, so he took the ball and ran with it, and it worked effectively for Ashdown as now they draw within 2 scores.
Roberts is on for the extra point attempt for Ashdown. The hold is good, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So it's Arkadelphia 28, Ashdown 14 with 26 seconds left before halftime. It is a game once again as Ashdown has come back with 2 touchdowns after Arkadelphia in a beautiful first quarter took a 28-0 lead, but Arkadelphia will have the ball back, and we'll see if the Badgers want to sit on it or try for something special in the last 26 seconds. We'll be back with more Badger football after this.
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia.
7-play, 55-yard drive for Ashdown for the touchdown, and now the Panthers will kick off. Arkadelphia is going to have the lead at halftime, but Ashdown is going to have some momentum after scoring the last 2 touchdowns here in the second quarter. Here's the kickoff. We'll see if Arkadelphia can do something special on a kickoff return from the 19-yard line. The return is to the 25, to the 30, breaking tackles to the 35, almost broke it, but he's pulled down at the 39-yard line. First down and 10 for Arkadelphia with 19 seconds left in the half.
And we saw another solid return from Latonio Hughes on that last play. We've seen him break into space before, but it usually seems like there's that one tackler who manages to bring him down just before he breaks into open space. No different here.
Babb, Bailey, and Campbell will split to the left side. To the right side is Loy. Witten wants to throw the ball. He is going to throw a screen pass to Davis. Davis is hit immediately, will break that tackle and make it up to the 50. He's still running to the 46-yard line of Ashdown. Good gain. 14 seconds left.
And the Badgers have moved into enemy territory. Great job there by Davis extending the play. And that could prove to be a difference maker as we enter the final seconds of this first half.
14 seconds left. Arkadelphia has 2 timeouts. Witten wants to throw. Now he's under pressure, eating away some seconds. He'll throw the ball and throw it out of bounds to stop the clock with 6 seconds left.
And he kept looking over there to the left sideline. Looked like he might have had Trip Campbell there for a moment, but it was good coverage by the Panthers secondary. Couldn't find his man. So he makes the smart decision, doesn't try to force it, and throws it out of bounds.
So 6 seconds left. We'll see if Mr. Witten just fires it downfield. Back to pass. Looking downfield. He'll throw a short pass, and here's a run after the catch by Davis, and Davis is going to get some yardage, but not enough. He'll make yardage up to the 36-yard line, and he's down there. So at halftime, the score is Arkadelphia 28, Ashdown 14. You cannot be unhappy with that score. Ashdown's an undefeated team, and Arkadelphia leads by 2 scores, but Ashdown's got to have some momentum going in, Chase, because they were down by 4 at the end of the first quarter.
And it all goes back to that fumble recovery on the punt. That really proved to be a momentum booster for Ashdown heading into those final few minutes of the first half. They capitalize on that turnover with a score and then go down on the other end of the field, make a good defensive stop, and then take that back for a score. So just an excellent finish to the half for Ashdown, and they'll look to build on that momentum, getting the ball first in the second half.
Our second quarter sponsor has been Turner, Rogers, Manning, and Plyler, and at halftime, you're about to hear the Southern Bancorp halftime report. We're going to have Jim Rothwell, and we're going to have Arkadelphia performances, so we'll go out to the field now.
Ladies, your music is on. Your Dazzler Dance Team.
That was the Arkadelphia High School Dazzler Dance Team. It is the Southern Bancorp halftime show. Your score, Arkadelphia 28 and Ashdown 14. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we will have the cheerleaders now. The Arkadelphia Badger cheerleading squad is going to perform.
Ladies, your music is on.
Miss Worldwide to infinity, you know the roof on fire. We gon' boogie, oogie, oogie, jiggle, wiggle, and dance like the roof on fire. We gon' boogie, till we fall out, like the roof on fire. You better get my booty up and take off all your clothes and like the roof on fire. Tell them, baby, I'm on fire. I tell them, baby, I'm on fire. I'm on fire, ball.
That was the Arkadelphia High School cheerleading squad, and when we return to the Southern Bancorp halftime show, we will have the Arkadelphia Badger Pride Marching Band. Your halftime score, Arkadelphia 28, Ashdown 14. We'll be back after this timeout.
At Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone CPA, we seek to provide accounting, tax, and financial planning services to individuals and small businesses with proficiency and integrity. Serving Arkadelphia since 1977, our staff looks forward to meeting your financial goals of today and also becoming your financial advocate for life. Visit us at 205 North 25th Street or call 246-8991 today. Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone LTD says Go Badgers.
Call State Farm agent Austin Wingfield at 870-246-2162 today.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands: Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
For over 75 years, Mary and Martha's Florist and Gifts on Main Street in Arkadelphia has served the people of Arkadelphia and her surrounding communities, providing a wide variety of floral and gift needs. Do you have a special occasion that calls for just the right touch of creativity? Join the many who called David Goodman at Mary and Martha's to create a floral arrangement to fit their needs and budget. Call Mary and Martha's at 870-246-2446 or visit their location at 921 Main Street in Arkadelphia. Mary and Martha's Florist is a proud supporter of the Arkadelphia Badgers.
Doctors Gary and Rob Rucker are proud sponsors of this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Dr. Gary and Rob Rucker supporting the Badgers since 1996.
Welcome back to the Southern Bancorp halftime show. Chris Babb joined by Jim Roth. We'll go over some statistics, and then we will enjoy the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band as they perform their competition show as they prepare for the state marching championship on November 3rd. Jim, 28-14, started out 28-0. Ashdown seized the momentum with 2 touchdowns late in the second quarter. They get the ball coming out, and this game is completely different now than it was at the end of the first quarter.
It really is. The Arkadelphia defense played very well the first few times that Ashdown had the ball. The last 2 drives, they were just, one was set up by the fumble punt, and then the other one, penalties played a part in that. That's the 2 things that have kept the drives alive. From a rushing defense side, Arkadelphia has done great. Ashdown's rushed 14 times for 45 yards. That's just a little over 3 yards to carry. They only have 2 first downs rushing. And the leading rusher has 27 yards on 8 carries. That's Fricks. Longest run was 11 yards, so you can't complain about the rushing defense at all, even after the last 2 drives. Passing, the quarterback, Kawak, he is 8 out of 17. He started off very poorly in terms of accuracy, and that's 47%. But he's got 98 yards. He's had some big plays and kept some drives going with some key passes. And they did end up with 6 first downs. That's how they've moved the ball. That and the Arkadelphia penalties there. So you can't really say Arkadelphia's defense has really struggled or anything. They just been put in some difficult positions there because of the penalties. Some of those they've self-inflicted when you get a personal foul, roughing the passer, and those kind of things. Arkadelphia offense looked like it could not be stopped the first 4 times it had the ball. It was just, or 3 times, and then the fumbled play for return for a touchdown. Whitten is 7 out of 10, great accuracy, 110 yards, has 1 TD, 5 first downs. He's also had some key runs there. They've done a good job of keeping Davis in check. He just has not been able to get going tonight. Receiving, Lloyd had the big catch for a touchdown, but then Tripp Campbell's has 3 catches for a total of 41 yards. And so Davis has 2 catches for 29. There, most of those came on those last drives where he picked up a couple plays and doing that. Rushing, Davis held to 49 yards. Usually we're seeing him close to 100 here at a halftime, and just not been able to get any really long runs. His longest run, I think, was about 12 yards. That's not typical for him. But Whitten has 50 yards on 8 carries. Good night for him rushing and throwing, keeping some drives alive there. So offensively, they've moved the ball. They just toward the end, they just didn't seem to be in sync a little bit.
Yeah, Ashdown's defensive line got a lot more pressure on Whitten late in the second quarter. See how Arkadelphia adjusts. You mentioned Jay Sean's rushing. A lot of those came on one drive when Arkadelphia had the ball driving, and they were able to get in a rhythm, go fast, and a lot of those. I think that 12-yard run was probably one where he was tripped up in the defensive secondary. Yeah, but that's the longest run he's had.
Drive, he had two pretty good runs, one for like 9, and maybe that one for 12, and that's really the only time we've seen that boom, boom, boom like we usually see from him.
Second half going to be interesting. This was 28-0, and then
Ashdown gets the ball. This is a big defensive series. You want to maintain that 2-possession lead. Big defensive series when the second half starts.
That's true. You often see games like this when the teams are really evenly matched and one team jumps out ahead real quick. They sort of back off a little bit, and that other team, if they get a couple of breaks like Ashdown did, the fumble punt, they're back in the game.
And Arkadelphia's first 3 offensive possessions, as you mentioned, ended up in scores. Since then, they've had the drive stall on the 4th and long, and Ashdown also ate some clock there in the second quarter. So 3 good drives to go, but you gotta regain that momentum, and hopefully that can happen for the Badgers with a defensive stop to start things off.
That's true. That's what the key to probably the second half is, coming out and getting the ball back real quickly and putting some points on the board.
All right, our thanks to Jim Rothwell for joining us for the first half statistical report. The Southern Bancorp halftime show will return, and we'll have the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band performing their halftime show. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors. Whenever you see them, thank them for their support of Arkadelphia Badger Athletics and the Arkadelphia Band. We'll be back after this timeout.
Roadrunner is fueling good 1 gallon at a time, including for our very own Arkadelphia Badgers. When you fill up at Roadrunner's designated spirit pump on Pine Street at I-30, 3 cents of every gallon will go straight back to our school. This fall, Roadrunner is giving us the option to fill our tanks and our cups with a free fountain drink when we show our spirit pump receipt. In just 2 years, Roadrunner has donated more than $75,000 to local schools through this community-based initiative. We can't drop the ball now. This football season, let's head to Roadrunner to support our Badgers. Follow Roadrunner Stores on Facebook or visit roadrunnerstores.com for more information.
This is the Southern Bancorp halftime show. On the field, you see the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band, and they will present their show, A View from Above. This is the next to last time they'll have to clean this show up before their state band competition on November 2nd at War Memorial. The Arkadelphia Band finished 3rd in last week's championship at the Rock. In the finals, they got the highest score of their division and also got Division I ratings, the highest ratings you can get at Tuesday night's regional assessment at Lake Hamilton. It's an enjoyable show. We hope you enjoy it. This is the Arkadelphia Badger Pride Marching Band under the field direction of Colson McKinney. The band directors, Aaron Seal, Brian Fowler, and Whitney Smith. Enjoy the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, on your field for your halftime entertainment and sponsored by Southern Bancorp of Arkadelphia, welcome your 5-time state marching champions, the Arkadelphia Badger Pride Marching Band. The Arkadelphia Badger Pride Marching Band will be presenting their 2021 competition entitled Flight, View from Above. The school's musical selections include 1,000 Airplanes on the Roof by Philip Glass, One Day I'll Fly Away from Moulin Rouge, featuring French horn soloist Calvin Clardy, To Tame the Perilous Skies by David Holsinger, and Fly Away by Lenny Kravitz, featuring our famous combo of Josh Modell on Barry sax, Mason McKinney on piano, Seth Campbell on bass, and Carson Lewis on the guitar. Now, please prepare for takeoff and join me in welcoming Drum Major and Pilot Colson McKinney and the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please be seated, fasten your seatbelt, and enjoy your flight.
The Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Mr. Aaron Seal, Mrs. Whitney Smith, and Mr. Brian Fowler.
That was A View from Above, the competition show of the 2021 Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band. Southern Bancorp halftime show will wrap up. Your halftime score, Arkadelphia 28, Ashdown 14. When we return, Jeff Root, Chase Hartzell back on the call for the second half. We'll be back after this timeout.
Locally owned and operated, Java Primo is the official coffee house of ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. In addition to coffee, drinks, and desserts, we also have wonderful options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Shop our gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com or visit us on Main Street in historic downtown Arkadelphia. Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more says, Go Badgers! The Board of Directors of South Central Arkansas Electric Cooperative believes in the necessity of high-speed internet access in rural South Central Arkansas. South Central Connect was created to fill a need other internet providers are not able to provide to our area. South Central Connect, through our local cooperative, brings the necessity of internet service to your house, much like they did electricity in the 1930s. Sign up today at southcentralconnect.com or call 855-269-3429.
Andy's Restaurant at the corner of Pine Street and Walnut Street is proud to support Arkadelphia Badger football. The Badgers love Andy's biscuits, and we know you will too, so stop by for breakfast and try a biscuit or some of our great breakfast options. Stopping by later, try one of our classic items like our Andy Burger made with 100% always fresh, never frozen grade A Black Angus beef. Want something different? How about our pork nachos or our golden fried catfish fillets with hush puppies? We have many more options as well, and don't forget ice cream and our other desserts. Andy's Restaurant, proud sponsor of Biscuits for Badgers every game day morning. R&T Dixon's Exxon stores are proud supporters of this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Locally owned and operated by Randy and Tanya Dixon, we welcome you to visit any of our 3 convenient locations in Arkadelphia and Caddo Valley. Fill up your tank and get your snacks in our stores located at each I-30 exit and also near downtown by Washita and Henderson. Visit Dixon's Family Store at 3036 Pine Street or Tiger Mart on North 10th Street in Arkadelphia, or visit Dixon's Valley Exxon at 144 Valley Street in Caddo Valley today. R&T Dixon's Exxon stores say, Go Badgers!
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are on your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We are back at Badger Stadium getting ready for second half action. This is Jeff Roon. Along with me is Chase Hartzell. Badgers going to kick off to Ashdown. Arkadelphia took a 21-0 lead, I should say, at the end of the first quarter, 28-0 early in the second quarter, but then Ashdown scored 2 touchdowns, and so the Badgers have now jumped to kickoff here, leading by only 2 touchdowns. Chase, it's going to be an interesting defensive struggle here to try to keep Ashdown from pulling back within only 1 touchdown early in the second half. It's a key moment, key opportunity for Ashdown.
You're right, Jeff. And we look back at the end of that first half, and the offense wasn't on the field a lot. We saw the defense on the field quite a bit. They had a long drive leading up to that touchdown fumble recovery, and then that very next drive right back out on the field. You had the muffed punt that leads to the defense being right back out on the field once again, and then you had the stop downfield by Ashdown's defense, and again Arkadelphia's defense was back out there. So definitely some well-deserved rest heading into the locker room, and we'll see if that pays off right here as the defense will once again be back out to start the second half.
I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors. Our third quarter sponsors, Providence Veterinary Care. I want to say thank you to also Bell Wealth Services. We appreciate Blake Bell and all he's done, really just about all his life for Arkadelphia and for the Arkadelphia Badgers, former Badger himself. And we are pleased to have him as a sponsor, Bell Wealth Services. Also, Dairy Queen, a sponsor. Brand new business here in town, doing very well. Everybody excited about the Dairy Queen being in town, and we're excited that they are a sponsor so early in their life here in Arkadelphia of the Arkadelphia Badger football broadcast. We're set for the kickoff. Allen is set to kick. This could be an onside. Let's see. Or maybe Brock Curry's going to step in front. Let's see what happens here. It is Brock Curry, and he's going to kick it deep. Line drive shot is going to be allowed to bounce. It'll take a high hop to the 16-yard line and a return from there. Return to the 25, to the 30. Big hit there and down to the 31, maybe the 32-yard line. First down and 10 for the Panthers.
Number 24 fields Spencer Allen's kick. That's MJ Allen.
And that was MJ Allen on the return for the Panthers. He had a crucial catch to help extend that drive that led to the half-capping touchdown for Ashdown.
Ball at the 31-yard line. Ashdown sets up, and they will throw the ball across the middle to the 40. Good pass, good catch. On the catch that time for Ashdown, he's had a busy night. They're a very fine receiver, Caden Winfrey, who does have a touchdown catch tonight. That's a 10-yard gain and a first down.
And what a touchdown catch it was, leaping up over an Arkadelphia defender, snagging it in the end zone for a touchdown. He also had another great catch downfield to help set up the Panthers with good field position.
Alex Kielbach will hand it off. A run to the right side. Arkadelphia defends it well, but it's been a gain of maybe 3 on the play. On the carry that time for Ashdown was Jaden Fricks. Going to spot the ball at the 44-yard line for a gain of 3. Second down 7 for Ashdown. Panthers trailing Arkadelphia 28-14. But they have the ball first here beginning the second half and an opportunity to pull to within 1 touchdown. They haven't been there in quite some time. Arkadelphia had at one point a 28-0 lead. On 2nd and 7, they'll send a man in motion and hand off to him. Around the right side it will come. There is a gain. Not enough for a first down, but a gain on the play. Third down and just a few for Ashdown. They're going to spot the ball at the 47-yard line, so he stepped out before he got too close to a first down. They need 4 more for a first.
It'll be interesting to see what the Panthers come up with here for their play call. They've got so many ways that they can hurt you. You've got Jaden Fricks at running back. You've got Shamar Easter at tight end. And then also we've seen Caden Winfrey with a breakout game here tonight.
Third down and 4. Kielbach at quarterback. He's a good one. Wants to pass. Looking downfield. Now he's going to run. He'll have yardage for a first down across the 50. He'll slide at the Arkadelphia 45-yard line. Good decision by the quarterback to run.
And we talked about all those weapons just a moment ago. How about Kielbach himself that time just deciding to take it and run? He had a similar run to the outside to pick up a first down on another third down earlier in the first half. And right there, this one up the middle for some really solid yardage.
Good drive now for Ashdown to the Arkadelphia 45-yard line. They have a first down and 10. Badgers line up defensively. Quarterback Kielbach is a senior. Man goes in motion. He's going to hand out. And this is Fricks running. He's going to make it to the 40-yard line for a gain of 5. On the carry once again is an experienced running back in Jaden Fricks. He's a senior. Kielbach is also a senior. couple of good players in that senior class.
And you know these guys have to be highly motivated in this contest, both of them playing Arkadelphia for the final time in their high school careers. Not to mention undefeated season on the line right here. Still in the hunt for that 7-4A title.
Nobody on the Ashdown team has beaten Arkadelphia. Arkadelphia's won 4 straight. 2nd and 5 from the 40-yard line of the Badgers. He wants to fire it, and he'll throw a completion to the 30-yard line. Arkadelphia defends at that point, but it's a first down. Good little slant pattern and a first down.
You're right, Jeff. That was a great route right there by Winfrey. Runs it very efficiently, turns back to the football, makes the catch. And Winfrey's just done a great job here tonight of finding ways to keep the ball moving forward and to move those sticks. He's helped the Panthers come up with some huge first downs throughout this contest. This time, no different.
First down at 10. This is the 8th play of the drive. Kielbach with receivers on the right and left. He wants to pass. He's looking downfield. He's under some pressure. He'll escape pressure and roll to his left. Looking downfield, he'll fire the ball short. Is that a catch? I think he caught it. Nice catch. Coming back to the football and making a diving catch was Cordell Robinson.
And that was just a clean catch there from Robinson, turning back to the football. Pass was a little low, but no trouble for Robinson at all, as he's able to make the diving catch. And once again, Ashdown staying ahead of the sticks by moving the sticks here. And it's another first down for the Panthers there in the red zone.
That was a gain of 11. Arkadelphia wants to put pressure on, and flags go down before the play is underway, and that's going to be a procedure penalty against Ashdown. So for the first time, a mistake on this drive, Chase, and we'll see if the Badgers can take advantage. It's 1st and 15.
And we've seen Ashdown be set back by penalties like that in the past. So we'll see if the Badgers can capitalize here.
From the 24-yard line, first down and 15. We are just beginning the third quarter. But Ashdown is eating up a little bit of clock here with 8:35 left in the quarter. On this nice drive, Arkadelphia has not had the ball yet in the third quarter. Badgers lead it 28-14. Ashdown trying to get closer. Deep pass, looking for the end zone. Winfrey is going to catch the ball for a touchdown. A flag did go down. It looks like they're probably saying that was defensive pass interference, but Winfrey got free and made the touchdown. The two players were tangled up a bit, but the interference call will go against Arkadelphia, so it is a touchdown. That is a beautiful pass and a fine catch by Winfrey, his second touchdown of the night on a 24-yard touchdown pass from Kielbach.
And it was a beautiful pass from Kielbach and a great job from Winfrey coming down with the football, similar to the catch he had earlier in the game for a touchdown. It was tough to say on that one. Looked like there may have been a little bit of a push-off on his part, but the penalty is going to be declined either way. So huge score, but hold on here.
Extra point is blocked. Extra point is blocked, and Arkadelphia will maybe make a play here that will help the momentum switch back to the Arkadelphia side a bit. It's an 8-point lead for the Badgers. Arkadelphia 28, Ashdown 28-27 left. We're in the third quarter. And we'll be back with more Arkadelphia Badger football when the Badgers get the ball back after this.
Under perfect conditions, your car traveling at 65 miles per hour can stop in about 300 feet. That's the length of a football field.
But a fully loaded tractor trailer, one that weighs 80,000 pounds, will take 2 football fields to stop. And that's if the driver is rested, paying attention, and the truck and load is properly maintained.
If you're in an accident with a big truck, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
Get the experienced team that's going to be on your side, by your side.
That was the longest touchdown drive of the night for Ashdown. It was 69 yards. It took 8 plays. It was a touchdown pass of 24 yards from Kielbach to Winfrey. The extra point by Roberts was blocked, and so it's an 8-point lead for Arkadelphia, 28-20. Arkadelphia scored the first 28 points of the game. Ashdown has scored the next 20. But the Arkadelphia offense will have the ball back momentarily. Here's the kickoff. A low bouncing football that is going to stay fair. Arkadelphia will have to pick it up at the 15-yard line. He'll retreat and now make a few yards up to the 15 again and to the 18-yard line. That looked like it would bounce out of bounds and did not bounce that direction. So it stayed inbounds, and Arkadelphia had to pick it up after it rolled past the Badgers.
And the Badgers did a good job with what they could right there. Latonio Hughes' ball got past him, and it looked like it was going to go out of bounds, but it just kept on rolling, so he had to pick it up and try to make the most of what he saw ahead of him. He did a pretty good job there. The Panthers swarming to that one pretty quickly.
Trent Roberts, the kicker, is the left stand-up defensive end, and he had a very good second quarter. He's into the backfield again, but Arkadelphia blocks well. Trap play up the middle. A flag goes down at the end of the play, but Davis got positive yardage up to the 21, and a shoestring tackle kept him from breaking it for a lot more yards. Let's see, though, what the flag is all about. Going to be holding against Arkadelphia. Goodness, that has been an issue tonight.
And the penalty bug continuing to bite the Badgers here in the second half.
Holding on a running play up the middle would have gained 3. Instead, the 10-yard mark-off will put the ball at the 12-yard line. So from the 12, Arkadelphia will try first down again. Davis is the running back. Jay-Sean Davis to the left of his quarterback, Donovan Whitten. Whitten wants to pass. He's under pressure immediately, fires it downfield. That's a completion, close to a first down. Good catch by Bailey. He might be just slightly short, depends on the spot. That's a pretty good spot. He's very close to a first down at the 27-yard line. But they're going to say that he is just inches short. They're not going to measure because he's right on the yard line. Looks like second down and just an inch or two.
Looks like it's just about the length of the football.
In motion goes Carter Babb to the top of your screen. Badgers want to pitch it out to Davis, and he looks for room and will find enough for a first down and more. To the 35-yard line, knocked out of bounds short of the 40, but a good run to the left side.
And right there, Bailey's catch paying off in a big way with Jay-Sean Davis capping off the set of downs with a huge run to the outside right there. We hadn't really seen Davis run to the outside too much until these last few weeks, but it works really effectively for the Badgers right there. And they'll keep the sticks moving.
12-yard gain, now up the middle again, and they're going to trip him up for only a gain of 1. It has been tough sledding up the middle. Davis is so tough, but they've done a good job, Chase. As we were visiting at halftime, we noticed there's been a lot of tackling below the waist, and Ashdown's been able to bring down Big Davis by doing that.
You can really tell that Ashdown was game planning for Davis with their wrap-ups, and it's worked very efficiently thus far for Ashdown. They've been able to limit Davis to very few yards.
Running play again off to the left side this time. A little bit of room, but not much. This is one of the best defenses that we've seen against Davis. And now a player goes down. And that is the defensive end we mentioned earlier. He's going to hop up and get off the field. Looked like he grabbed a thigh, but I think he's okay. Now he's going to run off the field. He's okay. And so they're going to place the ball at the 41-yard line. Ball at the 41-yard line. Good to see he's okay. I think he kind of looked to the bench as he went down, but everything is fine. Third down. Arkadelphia needs 7 more. Rolling to his right is Whitten. He is under some pressure. He'll fire the ball downfield. That's a completion and a first down. Really good catch on the run by Carter Babb.
And what a play there on the junior-to-junior connection. Whitten rolling to his right. Had to throw it a little bit behind Babb, but Babb does a great job of turning back to the football and hauling it in for the first down. Huge third down conversion for Arkadelphia.
First down and 10, Arkadelphia, 46-yard line of the Panthers. Whitten wants to throw again. He throws it short. This is complete to Loy, who breaks one tackle across the 40. He'll make it to the 37-yard line.
And the Badgers continuing to move the ball well. Not huge passes, but those short to medium range passes proving very effective here in moving the football down the field. Arkadelphia already within Ashdown's 40-yard line.
2nd and 1. Whitten will run this time. He's got plenty of room. He's going to have a first down inside the 35, inside the 30. It makes a defender miss and will go all the way to the 22. They might give him the 21. Very good, tough running by Whitten.
And Whitten saw a hole up the middle right there and capitalized on it. Ran through the middle of the defense from some really good yardage.
14-yard run, not quite the spot I expected. They put it down at the 23, but still a first down for Arkadelphia. The Badgers on the move now, trying to regain some momentum. Up by 1 touchdown, 8-point lead for the Badgers. Handoff, here's Davis up the middle. He's running into traffic. He'll fall forward and pick up a couple.
And still tough sledding up the middle for Davis. He's had, it looks like we have a Badger shaken up right now.
There is, and I think we'll take a timeout also, as there is an injured player on the field. Hope that he'll be up and off the field momentarily, but we'll take a break. 5:16 left, third quarter. Arkadelphia 28, Ashdown 20, and we'll be back after this.
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia.
Brady Curtis was injured on the play for Arkadelphia, but he came off the field under his own steam. Might see him back in the game a little later on. Between now and then, though, it's second down and 8 yards to go. Arkadelphia at the 21-yard line of Ashdown. That's Davis next to his quarterback, Witten. Davis will get the ball and have nowhere to go. No, it's going to be Witten who fights with it. That's a good job of fighting for the ball, and it is Davis who did get the handout. He and Witten both hit the line of scrimmage, but it was Davis who had the ball. Great handoff in there, and then Witten continued on and faked me out a little bit, but a good, tough run for a first down. That's the Davis we're used to seeing, running and moving the pile.
And Davis doing what he's done so many times this season, doesn't have space up the middle. He makes it for himself right there, continuing to fight forward for those extra yards and picks up another first down for Arkadelphia.
Here is a play to the far side, and it'll lose yardage back to the 20. Once again, we have seen Ashdown get some defensive pressure in the backfield, and they never got back to the line of scrimmage.
They made some great jumps at the snap here tonight against Arkadelphia, and that's really proved to be the difference. Often that first step will help you in making those kinds of plays right there. Another case of it right there. Good read from Ashdown. And
second and 16, running to the left side is Witten. Witten looking for space. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage and maybe another yard, but third down and long coming. Flag down back in the backfield, though. Let's see what that flag is going to be. Going to see a call against Arkadelphia. And that's going to back them up. They could take the play, and it would be third and about 10. Instead, I think they might take the yardage. We'll see. Give Arkadelphia a second down over again. They will take the yardage, pushing Arkadelphia all the way back to the 34-yard line. Holding has been an issue tonight. Back to the 34-yard line. Second down all over again, but it's second and 30. Second and 30 for the Badgers. Back to pass, Witten. He can certainly throw it 30 yards. Now he's going to run and pick up some yardage, running over a defender. Now they're going to knock him down short of the 30-yard line, so it's a short gain.
Quarterback Donovan Witten keeps the football.
And
third down and long.
Ashdown did a good job there adjusting to the play. They saw that Witten was keeping it right from the get-go, but Witten did manage to get a few yards on that one.
Third and 29. Witten wants to pass, looking downfield, under pressure. He'll fire the ball and get a completion. Not enough for a first down, but inside the 20. So it's fourth down and close enough to go for it. That was a very fine pass under pressure.
It was, and Witten, we've seen him make passes like that this season already, as we're seeing. It looks like the special teams unit is about to come onto the field for the Badgers. We know that Spencer Allen is capable of drilling these types of field goals. This one right here, from the way that Loy is setting up, looked like it would be a 35-yarder.
36, I believe they're going to say. 36 yards, right hash mark. It is fourth down, and they're going to kick. Going for a field goal. Kick is up. The kick is going to get there, and it is good. He made it. He made it. Beautiful kick by Allen, and Arkadelphia stretched its lead to 11 now. Arkadelphia 31, Ashdown 22-38 left in the third quarter, and we'll be back after this.
As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950.
Arkadelphia has not called on Spencer Allen to kick many field goals. He's been doing a beautiful job on extra points, kickoffs as well. What a key field goal that is.
And it stops the bleeding in what has been a 20-0 run for Ashdown thus far, going back to the second quarter of play. And let me tell you, Jeff, in that type of situation right there, not every high school kicker is going to be able to drill a 36-yarder like that, but no sweat for Spencer Allen as he picks up a crucial 3 points for the Badgers.
Brock Curry is on, and he'll probably do the kicking here. Arkadelphia, of course, has been known to onside kick. We'll see with some momentum now if they decide to give that a try. Curry will set it up. Spencer Allen is still in the game, but let's see who will do the kicking off this time. And it will be Allen. His kickoff is high. It is bouncing now past the receiver and into the end zone. Well, that's a beautiful kick because Arkadelphia will send Ashdown to the line of scrimmage without the opportunity of a kickoff return. For a team that is fast and loves to return, that's a key play.
It is, and we haven't seen that touchback here tonight. We've seen it several times throughout the season, but a crucial kickoff right there. And now the Panthers with decent field position, but definitely not as good as the potential field position they could have had off of a good return, which we've seen tonight. They're very capable of having those as well.
69-yard drive on the touchdown on its first possession of the second half. Arkadelphia's defense will have to step up now, keep this 11-point lead for the Badgers. We'll see a double handoff, and coming to the right side is the halfback who'll get about 5 yards on the play. Tried to fool Arkadelphia. Didn't fool them very much, but still a gain for, it looks like, Jason Jester on the carry. So from the 25-yard line, it is 2nd and 5.
As I said, a gain of 5. It brings the ball up to the 25-yard line. 2nd down and 5.
Arkadelphia lines up defensively. Alex Kielbach has played well, and he wants to throw it again. He'll throw a short pass. This is complete. Now the tackle is made immediately, and I don't believe he's going to have a first down. 3rd and short coming. They're going to mark him right at the 20-yard line. Ooh, are they going to give him a good spot right at the 20? I mean, the 30-yard line. If they do, it's a first down. No, just a little bit short. That's a good spot, just a little bit short between the 29 and 30. So it's 3rd down and 1. In reality, maybe a little bit less than 1.
And a good open field tackle there from Ollie Ware, stopping the forward progression and making this a 3rd down situation right here. Now Arkadelphia with the chance to make a stop deep in the Panthers' own territory.
Fricks is the running back along with Kielbach. Kielbach at quarterback will hand it off. Fricks comes to his right side. He's got some good blocking. Will have a first down up to the 35-yard line. Six-yard gain on 3rd down and 1, running to the right side with Fricks.
And it was the fleet-footed Fricks there taking the carry for the Panthers, and he used his fancy footwork to his advantage on that one, had good field vision and made a good cut up field to extend the play and pick up the first down.
Running behind Xavier Brown, 6'6", 268 right tackler. Here's a pass deep down the middle of the field. It is incomplete. He underthrew Winfrey, his intended receiver, about 30 yards downfield.
And Winfrey ran a good route that time, got open in the middle of the field, but that one, fortunately for the Badgers, just a little bit underthrown, and Winfrey wasn't able to adjust to it in time. So that'll prevent a huge gain right there for the Panthers at 2nd down.
Panthers will line up. Second quarter melting away, 49 seconds left, and I should say 3rd quarter. And a handoff to the right side it goes. Not much room this time for Fricks. It's going to be 3rd down and long. Good work by the Arkadelphia defense.
And based on who was exiting from the pileup right there, it looked like it was Braylon Bailey getting to the ball there first. Excellent play from the senior. He's been flying all over the field tonight on special teams coverage, on defensive coverage. He's been making a difference in just about every way imaginable. Excellent night for the senior thus far.
3rd down, 9 yards to go. On 3rd down and 9, Ashdown lines up. Arkadelphia looking for a stop. Kielbach, the quarterback, looks over the defense, wants to pass. He's under some pressure. He'll fire the ball to the near side, incomplete. Tried to get it to Winfrey again, and they couldn't quite make the connection. It's 4th down and 9.
And that one probably going to go down in the books as a drop right there, but excellent coverage from Latonio Hughes. Winfrey could hear footsteps, wasn't able to secure the catch.
I don't believe he would have had a first down anyway, Chase, as he was coming back. And it would have been close, but the defender was right there to make the tackle. So they're going to line up for a punt, and Shamar Easter is in position to punt, but keep in mind he's a dangerous offensive player. Let's see if he'll actually punt the ball here. Still the 3rd quarter. High snap and flags go down, or somebody call a timeout. Let's see. Whistle stopped the play just before the snap. Might be a procedure call. It is against Ashdown. And it's going to be 4th down and 14. Don't think we're going to see any kind of fake at this point. Ball back at the 31-yard line. Ashdown's going to depend on their defense, I believe. Arkadelphia will send no one deep after muffing a punt earlier in the game. That kind of turned the momentum to Ashdown for a while. The Badgers are going to be satisfied to just be careful, make him kick the ball, and then see where it lands. It's a high kick. The bounce is going to take an Ashdown roll across the 30 to the Arkadelphia 24-yard line. So the Badgers do take over with an 11-point lead. So good work by the Badger defense. Another opportunity for the Badger offense. And we have a break in the quarter, so we'll take a break also. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play tonight. Arkadelphia 31, Ashdown 20. We'll be back after this.
At Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone CPA, we seek to provide accounting, tax, and financial planning services to individuals and small businesses with proficiency and integrity. Serving Arkadelphia since 1977, our staff looks forward to meeting your financial goals of today and also becoming your financial advocate for life. Visit us at 205 North 25th Street or call 246-8991 today. Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone LTD says go Badgers.
4th quarter action coming your way now. Arkadelphia in the lead. They've led all night long. It's 31-20 now. Arkadelphia on an 11-point lead and the football. A good time-consuming drive here for points is just what the doctor ordered for the Badgers.
You're right, Jeff. And speaking of which, the doctor making the orders here for us here tonight, but
yeah, we didn't rehearse that, I promise. We didn't rehearse it, but I like it. Yeah, we'll just say that's what the Badgers need. We'll see if the Badgers can do it. On 1st down, going to be a handoff up the middle. Davis is going to bull ahead for yardage up to the 35-yard line. Boy, almost mishandled at the line of scrimmage there as Whitten had a little trouble with the snap, and then he was able at the last moment to get the ball to Davis, and Davis ran hard. It's going to be about a half-yard short of a first down. They'll mark it at the 34.5. So Arkadelphia has 2nd and very short. And they'll throw it into the flat. There's the catch, and that's a first down. Catch by Trip Campbell. Good to see him back after a number of games out with an injury.
And he's made his presence felt early upon his return here tonight. Made some crucial plays on late downs in order to help extend some drives for Arkadelphia, and this time helping move the chains a little bit.
Whitten wants to run. Up the middle it goes. He'll make a little bit of yardage up to the 40-yard line. That might give him the 41. 2nd down coming. And a pickup of about 3. They'll mark it at the 41. 2nd and 7. Arkadelphia is eating up some clock into the 4th quarter now. Badgers would love to stretch out this lead. It is now at 11 points thanks to that very nice Spencer Allen field goal. And they're going to hand it off. Up the middle it goes. There's a hit, though, and no gain for Davis. Just nowhere to go. Well defended all night long by Ashdown. Now, that was Bailey that time on the carry as he was coming in motion. But again, no matter who's running the ball, Ashdown's done a nice job tonight. 3rd down after no gain. It's 3rd and 7. Whitten wants to throw it into the flat. It goes. This is Bailey. He's got the catch, but it's a short gain. It's a short gain, and fourth down is coming. What will Arkadelphia decide to do? Still on the Arkadelphia side of the 50-yard line at the 43 of the Badgers. It is fourth down and 5.
And maybe there with Bailey trying to cut to the outside. We know that he can get in space down the sidelines.
Here's a pass deep downfield, overthrown and incomplete, and it'll turn over on downs to Ashdown at the Arkadelphia 43-yard line. Badgers went for an out pattern. He did a little pump fake and then threw it deep, but overthrew his intended receiver. Badgers hoped they'd be playing for the run. Instead, they were ready for that pass, and Ashdown will take over at the Arkadelphia 43-yard line. So an opportunity now here for the Panthers. Kielbach lines his team up. A good senior quarterback. 10:27 left of the game. Lots of time. He will run. This is Fricks to the left side. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and gets nothing.
It's Braylon Bailey making the tackle in the open field there for Arkadelphia. Again, continuing to make his presence felt on the defensive side of the ball, making another excellent open field tackle. And it looks like he may have even lost a yard on that one. So credit the senior with a tackle for loss.
Yeah, they're going to mark it as a 1-yard loss to the Arkadelphia 44-yard line. Look for Kielbach to put the ball in the air this time. Shamar Easter has not had a big night. He's a big-time recruit, 6'6", plays tight end. He's lined up on the left side right now, number 7. But Winfrey has had a good night. He's lined up wide to the right side. Back to pass, Kielbach is looking across the middle. Winfrey has some space. A big hit, though, as the ball got to Winfrey, and it's incomplete. Very well played.
And it was Latonio Hughes again in the secondary covering Winfrey to make the play there. It was a good pass from Kielbach, right on the money, but just great job there poking the ball loose, and it'll be third down now.
Yeah, Kielbach really thought he had an open receiver, but Hughes got there just as the ball did. Beautiful job. Third down and long, 3rd and 11 for Ashdown. Arkadelphia 44-yard line, early fourth quarter. Ashdown trailing the Badgers by 11. Kielbach wants to throw the ball. Looks downfield. Now he wants to run, but he'll fire it deep downfield. Double coverage. Ball is incomplete. Well played, but a flag goes down at the end of the play. Oh, my. Flag went down at the end of the play. They were trying to get the ball to Easter. 2 defenders were there. 1 defender knocked the ball away, but there is a flag down at the 14-yard line. Flag down at the 14-yard line. Boy, the Arkadelphia fans are standing up after that. They thought it was well defended, and I did too. Couldn't see all the action, but it was pass interference against Arkadelphia. Easter was covered up by 2 defenders, and 1 defender knocked the ball away when it arrived. Easter was also fighting for the ball, but it was pass interference against the Badgers. 15-yard penalty and a first down for Ashdown at the 29. We've got a timeout on the field, so we're going to take a break also. Ashdown with the football. The Arkadelphia 29, first down and 10. When we come back, 9:29 left in this football game. We'll be back after this.
Call State Farm agent Austin Wingfield at 870-246-2162 today.
Double coverage by Arkadelphia. Looked good from a distance, but the official saw something that we couldn't see from here and called it. So it's a first down, Ashdown after the pass interference. Gives them a first down after a 3rd and 11 pass play that was incomplete. First down at the Arkadelphia 29. Panthers line up with new life. Fricks is the running back to the left of his quarterback, Kielbach, I should say. Alex Kielbach, a senior quarterback. About the Arkadelphia 29-yard line. He wants to pass. He's under pressure, rolling out to his left. The left-handed quarterback will fire it to the end zone, and it is incomplete. No interference this time. 2nd and 10.
It was good coverage downfield right there from Arkadelphia's secondary, and matched with it great pressure up front from Arkadelphia's defensive line. Forces the errant pass right there. Kielbach was trying to hit Winfrey there in that left corner of the end zone, but to no avail. Just an excellent play overall from Arkadelphia's defense.
Badgers have been defending well. Kielbach is a good quarterback. He's had some pinpoint passing as well. 2nd and 10, Badger 29-yard line. Ashdown with the football. Kielbach wants to throw again, under pressure again. He is going to be hit, and he's going to be tackled this time. He's sacked. Arkadelphia got to him with pressure from Max Wilson.
Wilson that time broke right through the front lines and tracked down the quarterback as he was trying to roll out to the left, similar to what we saw the previous play. But Wilson, too quick for Kielbach on this one, wraps him up in the backfield, and it'll be a loss of about 5.
3rd down and 15 yards to go for Ashdown, back at the 34 of Arkadelphia. They've got a good kicker, but they're not going to try it from here, so they've got 2 plays to try to pick up a 1st down. Kielbach, though, clearly can heave it to the end zone from here, as he did 2 plays ago. Badgers have man-to-man coverage, it would appear, on Easter here to the near side. He'll throw a screen back to the other side, but it's well defended. A big hit by Arkadelphia, and it's a very short gain. 4th down coming. Nice play by Marvion Berry on the far side. A couple of other Badgers got there as well, and it's 4th and long.
And Berry read that play perfectly. Just managed to get the ball over the hands of KD Young, but then Berry right there to take down the ball carrier after he'd brought down the catch and was trying to extend the play. Didn't get very far. Heads up play by Arkadelphia's defense, and now it's 4th down, and you have to think not really in field goal range here, but definitely in 4-down territory. We're going to see the Panthers go for it here.
Antonio Hughes is lined up to cover Shamar Easter. 4th down and 13. Ball at the 32. Back to pass. They'll throw it across the middle in a crowd. It's intercepted. Arkadelphia with the ball, returning it to the 20, 25, 30-yard line. Good return all the way to the 40-yard line. 1st down and 10 on a beautiful interception by Kobe Buckley.
Buckley jumping up and making an excellent catch there to take the ball away on defense. Hall's in the interception. He gets a good return on it too, and that is exactly what the Badgers needed at this point in the contest. Don't know if it's picking up on the broadcast, but some of the defensive coordinators up here in the booth are ecstatic after that last play, and they have good reason to be. Huge turnover for Arkadelphia.
Acrobatic catch and then a good run back to give Arkadelphia good field position. Now a tight formation for Arkadelphia offensively. They're going to pitch it and they're going to run. Here's Bailey. He'll break the line of scrimmage to the 45, to the 50, and knocked out of bounds. That should be a spot for a 1st down. Let's see. Boy, they called him out at the 50. I thought he got a little past the 50, but it is a 1st down. 1st down and 10, Arkadelphia at midfield.
And Bailey doing what he's done so many times this season. He gets into space on the outside, runs the length of the sideline, picking up some extra yards, and that time it was good enough for a 1st down.
And it's going to be a fumbled snap. Falling on it is going to be Whitten for a loss back to the 41-yard line. So Arkadelphia has to overcome now a negative play. 2nd down, 19 coming.
A little bit of a miscue there from Arkadelphia, but Whitten did make the right call there, just falling on the football, because Landon Wright was blitzing from the outside, and it looked like he had his eyes on the football, but Whitten able to recover in time.
Always important to fall on it, prevent the turnover. Now on 2nd and 19, Whitten steps up, fires the ball downfield, gets almost a catch. Good opportunity at the 25-yard line, and unable to pull it in was Babb. But it was a nice job by Whitten not to give up on the pass when it looked like he might run. 3rd down and 19 coming, about the 41-yard line. Still 7:01 left in the game.
And that time Whitten just stepped up and threw an absolute missile amid the pressure being dealt to him by Ashdown's defensive line. Threw it right to Babb. Might have been a little too hot there at the end, though, and he can't haul it in for the catch.
Defenders were converging at the moment of the catch. Couldn't pull it in, so it's 3rd down, 19 yards to go. Back to pass is Whitten. Under pressure, he'll roll out to his right. Got a little bit of time to fire it downfield, and he will, and it's fired out of bounds and incomplete. He had no open receiver on the far side, so I think he just threw that one out of bounds purposefully to live for another play. But this will be a 4th down and almost certainly a punt. Even though the ball's at the 41-yard line, they need 19 for a 1st down. Alex Wilson is going to check in. And they're going to line up. Witten's going to back up and kick the ball. The Panthers do not have anyone deep. Here's the kick. Line drive shot. Should bounce for a while to the 25-20, 15-10 to the 5. Arkadelphia will cover it at the 1-yard line. Beautiful punt and a wonderful job by Trep Campbell to get down and carry the ball in his arms at the 1.
And Jeff, I think you might have made an understatement on that one. It looks like it's about at the half-yard line. About as close to the goal line as you can get without being a touchback. Perfect play there from the special teams unit, and now the pressure on Ashdown inside their own 1-yard line. How will they respond?
Yeah, they often do this. The ball, I think, was a little inside the 1, but they're going to spot it at the 1. So with the ball at the 1-yard line, 1st down and 10 for the Panthers. Arkadelphia, though, has gotten some backfield pressure all night long. They'll try to pick up a safety here. Ashdown's got some speed. Let's see if they dare throw it deep or just hand it off to Fricks. They're going to hand it off to Fricks. He's hit at the goal line. He might not have made it out of the end zone. Let's see what the officials say. Safety! Safety! Arkadelphia picks up 2. Well, it's one thing to hit them at the goal line. It's another thing to keep them from falling forward to the 1-yard line. Beautiful job by the Badger defense to hold him up and keep him until the whistle blew with the runner still in the end zone.
And you could tell when they stopped his forward progression shy of the goal line. All Carefield's crowd here tonight exploding in excitement. The defense, what performance we've seen from them the last couple drives, making a huge stop on their own side of the field. And now this time, after a great punt, they stop him for a safety and pick up a couple more points. That's 9 points tonight of the Badgers' 33 coming from the defense.
All right, it's still a 2-possession game, but now Arkadelphia has the ball back, a chance chase to eat up more clock and score more points.
You're right, Jeff, and in games like this where we've seen momentum shifts can happen fairly often, it's nice to be able to have that opportunity to chew a little bit of clock. When you have a 2-touchdown lead such as this, or a 2-score lead, I should say, as the one you see right now, definitely a good place to be. Now it's up to Arkadelphia. Can they close it out right here? Ashdown, after trailing 28-0 early in this one, they put up a good fight. They went on a 20-0 scoring run. But Arkadelphia has held strong in the last few drives.
Easter will set up for the free kick. He's going to punt the ball. He's got a strong leg, but Arkadelphia will have a chance to return this. Badgers looking to their coach to see exactly where do we line up, Coach. We're not used to these onside kicks. To the kick after a safety. Easter will kick it from his own 20. He'll punt the ball away. Here's the kick. It is high and it's deep. That's a nice punt, but it's returnable. Caught at the 40-yard line, returned to the 45, to the 50. A nice spin move, and Bailey's going to go to the 45-yard line of Ashdown. Good return and a nice opportunity of a short field for the Badgers.
Bailey that time getting the ball on special teams. We've seen him with great coverage on special teams on the other side of the ball, but this time able to make a return himself. Panthers did a good job in coverage that time, but Bailey made a few good moves there at the end to extend the play and get a few extra yards, and now Arkadelphia already starting out in enemy territory to start out this drive.
6:29 left in the game. Arkadelphia leading by 13. Loy, Babb, and Bailey are at the top of your screen to the right side of the line of scrimmage. Trip Campbell is to the near side at the bottom of your screen. Arkadelphia lines up. Donovan Whitten, of course, at quarterback. Davis is the running back. They are going to keep it with Whitten. He will not escape the defensive end, though, and go down perhaps with about a half-yard loss.
And Ashdown, again, making a good play at the line of scrimmage. They saw that Whitten was keeping it on that play and managed to hold him just to about the original line of scrimmage on that one. Maybe, yeah, it looks like there was no gain on the play.
That's right. The spot's at the 45-yard line. 2nd down and 10. Arkadelphia lines up. 2 receivers this time, top of the screen, 2 to the bottom of the screen. And they're going to run straight ahead with Whitten. He'll break a tackle, and he'll be tackled after he picks up 5 to the 40-yard line. 3rd down and 5 coming.
We've seen a couple quarterback keepers from Arkadelphia to start out this drive, so we'll see if they try to mix it up right here, maybe go to Davis on this one, or perhaps even go to the air. If you're trying to chew clock, maybe trying to stay away from the passing game, but we'll see if they try it here on 3rd and medium.
Really 2 plays to make 5 yards here. They're in 4-down territory. Pass play for Whitten. He's got good protection this time. He'll roll out. Now he's going to throw deep, looking for the ball, and it's incomplete. Tried to get it to Trip Campbell, but it was incomplete. Double coverage down there, and so it's 4th down and 5. That'll stop the clock with 5:14 left.
Whitten there thought he had Campbell downfield, but it was double coverage from the Panthers. Dangerous pass right there. But thankfully for the Badgers, that one is going to fall down incomplete.
No doubt, though, Arkadelphia will go for it on 4th down and 5 at the 40-yard line of Ashdown. Oh, my goodness, Ashdown just jumped offside. I don't think anybody from Arkadelphia moved. This is going to be 5 free yards and a 1st down. Great time for a hard count.
And Arkadelphia giving Ashdown a little taste of their own medicine here in the 4th quarter. We saw Ashdown capitalize on Arkadelphia's overeagerness on defense early in this contest, and this time Arkadelphia knowing that Ashdown was a little bit overeager here, and they moved the chains with a penalty.
Short pass, that is complete. Yardage after the catch to the 30 to the 29-yard line. On the catch was Loy.
Just a simple out route there to Loy. Made a good spin move to extend the play for a few yards. Just a really solid play overall and keeps the Badgers ahead of the sticks.
Loy is at the top of your screen along with Carter Babb. They sent Babb deep on that play, and it opened up the short pass for Loy. Now Babb's going to come to the other side, the near side. From the 30-yard line, it is 2nd down and 5. Clock running. We're under 5 minutes to play.
It'll be interesting here if they're trying to set Loy up in isolation. We know that he's capable of making huge plays when he's out there by himself.
Here's a pass out to Loy, and it's dropped and incomplete. The whistle does blow. It was an incomplete pass, not a fumble.
The pass incomplete. It was intended for Carter Babb.
Arkadelphia has 3rd down, 5 yards to go. Ball at the 30-yard line of Ashdown. Clock stopped at 4:25 left in the contest. Arkadelphia 33, Ashdown 20. Badgers trying to stretch this to a 3-possession lead. On 3rd down and 5, 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. They're going to throw the ball to Bailey. Bailey with a catch and a run. He'll make a 1st down. Inside the 25, inside the 20. A great spin move. He's to the 10, he's to the 5. He stepped out of bounds, but a beautiful play. And a flag is down. 2 flags are down at the 19-yard line. 2 flags down at the 19. Let's see. What a great move by Bailey. Let's see what the officials will say, though. And that was about 6 yards after he made a 1st down. Going to be a penalty against Arkadelphia. Tough call. Tough call against Arkadelphia. I believe that was during the play and not a dead ball foul. We'll wait for him to mark it off. From the 19-yard line, it's going to be marked off against the Badgers. Now the officials are going to stop and talk about it. Now they're going to mark it off some more. To the 34 it will go. So Arkadelphia did not pick up the 1st down. And they'll run another play. Clock starts. 4:10 and counting. Ball at the 34-yard line. The Badgers look to the sideline to get the play. It's still 3rd down. Still 3rd down. The Badgers now need 9 instead of 5. Markoff was far enough downfield it didn't hurt him too bad, but they didn't get the 1st down. On 3rd down, back to pass is Whitten. Under pressure, he'll fire it deep, looking to the end zone. This is Loy, and Loy will not make the catch. Oh, that was Babb back there trying to pull it in, but no catch. The fans on the home side definitely wanted an interference call because we've seen a couple of those against Arkadelphia tonight. But instead, no call at all, 4th down coming. That was Carter Babb. He was deep in the end zone fighting for the football against 2 Panthers.
That's going to bring the ball back to the 34-yard.
Well, the crowd is certainly alive now as they are unhappy with that call. Of course, it's far enough away from us. We can't tell you if it was a good call or bad. It was just evident that it wasn't called against Ashdown, and Arkadelphia's had a few of those. Back to pass on 4th down, throw to the sideline, and it's incomplete. Incomplete, and Arkadelphia's turned it over on downs. They ate up some clock, but did not score after the safety. Intended receiver was Lloyd.
Incomplete. It was intended for Alex Lloyd.
3:38 left in the game. 13-point lead. Ashdown's got to be looking for some big chunks now.
You're right, Jeff. This is, well, we're within 4 minutes, so properly it is time to use the 4-minute offense here if you are Ashdown. Right now, probably the game plan for the Panthers got to go down and score pretty quickly, try to get an onside kick, and then if you convert both PATs with the touchdown, looking at a potential win here, but Arkadelphia on the flip side of that got to be looking for a stop.
Kielbach wants to pass now. A flag goes down and he's sacked. He was sacked. Back at the 28. It's going to be a holding call against Ashdown. Holding call against Ashdown. Now another flag goes down. And what's that call going to be? 3:29 left. There was a flag on a dead ball call after the holding call. Let's see what the officials say. Will the mark-offs be? Holding call against Ashdown. And then we have a sideline warning against Arkadelphia. So they'll mark it off against the Panthers back to the 21-yard line. Back to the 21-yard line. They had a first down at the 34 after the turnover on downs. Now from back at the 21-yard line, still first down. They're going to need 23. 1st and 23. Kielbach looks over the defense. He's got a strong arm. He's going to use it. Back to pass, looking downfield. He wants to fire it deep. He'll fire it, and it's caught by Winfrey at the 41-yard line, tackled immediately by Bailey. But Winfrey has been the big receiver for Ashdown all night.
And that time, Winfrey making the catch amidst a trio of Badgers right there, and I think there was a little bit of miscommunication on that one. All 3 guys thought one of the others was going to make the play there, but Winfrey just jumps up and brings down the football.
2nd and 4, Ashdown. Wants to pass again. Kielbach under some pressure this time. Under pressure, will throw it downfield and incomplete. He was hit by 2 Badgers as he threw the ball, and he's going to be slow in getting up. Kind of dumped it off in front of a receiver, but did get it away, so it's an incompletion. 3rd down and 4 coming, but we're going to have a delay as both a Badger and a Panther are a little slow in getting up. So we'll take a break. 2:53 left in the football game. Arkadelphia 33, Ashdown 20. We'll be back after this.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands. Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
Good news for both teams. Kielbach is up, so Ashdown has some good news there. And for Arkadelphia, the injured player is apparently just cramping up a bit, and it's going to be Jay-Sean Davis. Hopefully he'll be able to get to the sideline and will be okay. He was drinking, and they were stretching out a leg. He chased down the quarterback on that play and helped make the tackle, but the pass was ruled incomplete. No intentional grounding. He threw it past the line of scrimmage, got it close enough to a receiver. They didn't call it, but not close to a completion, so it's 3rd down and 4 yards to go. Ashdown still has the ball. Kielbach is still in the game, and there are 2 minutes and 53 seconds left.
And going back to that last play, part of it too, as to why we didn't see an intentional grounding call right there. May have been that the pass was displaced after that pressure that we saw from Arkadelphia's defense. Good rush right there. May have forced an errant pass and taken it off its original trajectory. Either way, just an excellent job of applying pressure there by the Badgers defense.
I think the White Hat might be saying that Kielbach has to leave the game. He was slow in getting up, and the White Hat is talking directly to him and pointing to the sideline. I think he's going to have to come out of the game here on 3rd down. And this is going to create a conversation with the head coach, I believe. Kielbach walking to the sideline. The official, before they could get the play underway, walked up to the quarterback and started talking to him. And he's going to say, because he was down and we paused the game, he's got to come out for a play. The coaches for Ashdown, of course, arguing, well, it was delayed by an Arkadelphia player who was also down, but I don't think they're going to back up on this call. Let's see. We'll keep it right here. There is a discussion on the far side, and I do see another player having a conversation as if he might be playing quarterback for a play. They do have, at times, McElroy running a direct snap. We might see that. Kielbach's going to stay on the sideline. Will they throw a pass here or go with the direct snap and try to just make a 1st down? Kielbach is on the sideline. I'm sure he'll sprint back in as soon as this play is over. 3rd down and 4 yards to go. Ball at the 40-yard line. Ashdown 60 yards away from a touchdown and trailing by 2 scores. Long snap count. He's going to throw the ball, firing it across the middle. It is complete. A big play to the 45, to the 40. One man to beat to the 30. He'll stop now, change direction. This is Winfrey at the 15-yard line. A big play on the completion by the backup quarterback, Jonathan McElroy. What a big play.
I think everybody in the building except for Ashdown was expecting a run play right there, but McElroy does a great job of catching the defense off guard right there and hits his man downfield. That was Winfrey on the catch, and a great run after catch from Winfrey to add on to that pass that already would have been good enough for a 1st down, but he gets it all the way inside the Badgers' red zone.
Ball at the 15-yard line of Arkadelphia. After the big play, Kielbach is back in at quarterback. He wants to pass. Looking downfield, he's going to be sacked immediately. Big play by Arkadelphia.
It was K.D. Young picking up the sack for the Badgers, and he went untouched on his way to the quarterback to bring him down the backfield for quite a significant loss. And that's going to force Ashdown to take a timeout, it looks like.
Exactly. They're going to call a timeout. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line. Loss of 10 on the sack. So 2nd down and 20 when we come back. 2 minutes, 11 seconds left in the game. Arkadelphia 33, Ashdown 20. We'll be back after this.
For over 75 years, Mary and Martha's Florist and Gifts on Main Street in Arkadelphia has served the people of Arkadelphia and her surrounding communities, providing a wide variety of floral and gift needs. Do you have a special occasion that calls for just the right touch of creativity? Join the many who call David Goodman at Mary and Martha's to create a floral arrangement to fit their needs and budget. Call Mary and Martha's at 870-246-2446 or visit their location at 921 Main Street in Arkadelphia. Mary and Martha's Florist is a proud supporter of the Arkadelphia Badgers.
That's the first time out that Ashdown has taken in the second half, so they have 2 remaining. Still 2 minutes, 11 seconds left in the football game. Moments ago, Ashdown had a 1st and 23 at its own 21-yard line. Now the Panthers, after the sack, have a 2nd and 20, but they're at the Arkadelphia 25-yard line. So on any play at this part of the field, Kielbach can get the ball to the end zone. We'll see if he wants to try that or if they'll try to go a little more slowly down the sideline and try to pick up a 1st down. Kielbach has 3 receivers to the left side. He wants to throw to the right, though. He's trying to go to Winfrey in the end zone. That ball is incomplete. Well defended and incomplete. And it is Hughes who was defending man-to-man coverage in the end zone. Beautiful job by Hughes.
And Hughes has done a great job in one-on-one situations throughout the night. It seems like a lot of people in the stadium pointing out right now that no time expired on that last play.
I'm going to have to hope we don't have a malfunction
Third
here.
down and 10 now for the Panthers.
Third down and 20 yards to go for Ashdown at the Arkadelphia 25-yard line. Kielbach at quarterback will back up to throw the ball. Clock is running now. He'll fire it across the middle and fire it incomplete. A flag goes down. And that might be a spot where we'll see holding, but let's see. Let's see what the official was looking at. It is going to be holding. So you can take the incompletion or take the 10 yards. 2:02 left now. The clock is slowly dissipating, but Arkadelphia would like to see it roll off a little faster. Still, 2-possession lead. You just don't want to give up a touchdown and then face an onside kick.
And we know that a lot can happen in 2 minutes in high school football.
I think they're going to take the penalty. And with the foul taking place at the 29, it'll go all the way back to the 39-yard line. They need 34 for a first down. Third down and 34 from the Arkadelphia 39. Ashdown looking for a big play. They've been going to Winfrey time after time. Shamar Easter is a 6'6" target, thought to be a major college prospect. We'll see if they fire the ball off in his direction. Alone on the right side of the line of scrimmage is Winfrey. Kielbach back to pass. Now under pressure, and he's going to be sacked again. Arkadelphia has him, and they're going to bring him down back at the 42-yard line.
The quarterback, number 4, Alex Kielbach, is sacked.
What a good job. Alex Wilson shaken up a bit, but that defensive line really converged on Kielbach that time. He tried to get away, but Arkadelphia held on. And there's going to be another stoppage in play as Ashdown will talk about what they'd like to do on fourth down. Fourth down coming up when we come back. 1:43 left in the football game. Arkadelphia looking strong right now, leading in this game 33 to Ashdown's 20. We'll be back after this.
Thanks for meeting me here.
No problem. You know, Farm Bureau Insurance has local agents making this kind of thing real easy.
Well, your auto insurance has saved me a lot on old Becky here.
Harold, your dog swallowed the remote again.
Who's that?
Older Becky.
Oh. Ugh.
Real service, real people. That's Farm Bureau Insurance.
Call Clark County Farm Bureau today at 870-246-4554.
Arkadelphia looking to move to 4-1 in conference play and push Ashdown to 4-1. The Panthers came in at 4-0 and 7-0 overall. And now they face a third down and 37 from the 42-yard line. I'm sorry, fourth down. I shouldn't say third down. It's fourth down. It's fourth down and 37 from the 42-yard line of Arkadelphia. 1:43 left in the football game. All right, Chase, what do you call on 4th and 37?
Well, that's a great question right now.
How about the throw it as far as I can play?
Probably a great call on this one, and that looks like what we're going to see here with trips to the left.
Arkadelphia with a 4-man rush. Kielbach will fire it as far as he can throw it. A big crowd down there, a fight for the ball, and Ashdown caught it and made a touchdown. Ashdown caught it among a large crowd and scored a touchdown. He heaved it just before the defense got there, and waiting at the goal line was a Panther who pulled it in. So, extra point coming, then we're going to see an onside kick.
And the game could possibly be decided by that onside kick, depending on this PAT right here. It would be huge for Arkadelphia if they could get another block right here. As we saw earlier in the contest, that would keep it at a 7-point game.
Roberts' extra point is up, and it is good. He got it through. And so it is Arkadelphia 33, Ashdown 27, and the Panthers are going to kick an onside kick when we come back. I tell you what, let's just keep it here. Chase, let's just keep it here and talk about this because, first of all, that's an amazing play by Ashdown. They had a 4th and 37. They threw a Hail Mary, and at the goal line, they had a receiver come down with it with a crowd of Badgers and another Ashdown receiver nearby. But give them credit, they converted on a Hail Mary.
It was a phenomenal play, excellent pass from Kielbach. He saw his man downfield, had trips to the left that time, and Jeff, I think as you put it earlier, it was just one of those plays where you could see how far you can throw it, and lucky for Kielbach, he could throw it as far as he could, and he did it accurately, finding his man downfield for the score, and now this is a one-possession game.
For the first time since early in the first quarter, it is a one-possession game. Arkadelphia leads at 33-27, and Ashdown will onside kick it. And if they recover it, they'll have plenty of time with 1:32 left. Ashdown has, according to the scoreboard, 2 timeouts left. I was thinking 1, but we'll see. Maybe that will be a moot point. If Arkadelphia can recover this onside kick, they'll be set to win it. Kielbach is going to kick it. It's an onside kick. It is rolling and rolling. Ashdown fights for it, but I think Arkadelphia got it. Let's see. Let's see if the officials agree. Ball right at midfield. And that is an Arkadelphia recovery. The Arkadelphia Badgers have the ball at the 50-yard line, 1:24 left, and Ashdown can only stop the clock a couple of times. Well, that is maybe the play of the game. After all the great plays, recovering that onside kick was tremendously meaningful.
It was, Jeff. This really was the play that could go on to decide this contest, and you see it as just a short kick right there, but you look at what the potential outcome was. If Ashdown recovers that football, there's still a minute and a half left in this contest. They're only down by 6 points. They could have driven down the field with a recovery and scored. But now, with that recovery, Arkadelphia is able to go into victory formation.
And in victory formation, Arkadelphia will take the snap and take a knee. I'm really wondering if Ashdown only has 1 timeout left. Let's see. I thought they had called 2 timeouts. The scoreboard is showing that they still have 2 left. And they have called a timeout, so we'll see. Ball at the Arkadelphia 49-yard line at 2nd and 11 after he took a knee. Clock stopped at 1:13. Everybody wants to try to make sure that we're all aware of how many timeouts are left. The scoreboard shows Ashdown with 1 more. And now they're going to let both teams go to the sideline and talk about it. So we'll take a break also. 1:24 left. We're going to bring you the end of the game when we come back. Arkadelphia 33, Ashdown 27. We'll be back after this.
Roadrunner is fueling good 1 gallon at a time, including for our very own Arkadelphia Badgers. When you fill up at Roadrunner's designated spirit pump on Pine Street at I-30, 3 cents of every gallon will go straight back to our school. This fall, Roadrunner is giving us the option to fill our tanks and our cups with a free fountain drink when we show our spirit pump receipt. In just 2 years, Roadrunner has donated more than $75,000 to local schools through this community-based initiative. We can't drop the ball now. This football season, let's head to Roadrunner to support our Badgers. Follow Roadrunner Stores on Facebook or visit roadrunnerstores.com for more information.
Arkadelphia once again is lining up in the victory formation. The scoreboard still says 1 timeout for Ashdown, so we'll see what will happen here. Victory formation for Arkadelphia. They'll back up, take a knee. And they have not called timeout because they don't have 1 left. The scoreboard was just incorrect. So, time should continue to run here. The clock is running, 1:13 left. Arkadelphia will run it out on the play clock. 3rd down coming. They can take a knee 1 more time. 29 on the play clock, 1:02 left on the game clock. They're going to let it run down as far as they can, and then they'll take a knee again. Ashdown's lining up. They would just dearly love to see a fumble and 1 more opportunity, but that should not come as Whitten is a sure-handed quarterback. 9-8-7. They're going to line up, take a snap with maybe 1 left. 2, 1, and there it is, the snap, the knee, and there's 40 seconds left on the play clock and 30 on the game clock. A timeout has been called. A timeout has been called? I'm a little unsure now as the officials are stopping the clock with 29 seconds left and indicating that Arkadelphia has called a timeout. It's third down, 40 seconds on the play clock, 29 seconds left in the game. We thought the clock would simply run out. We're going to keep it right here. The coaches are talking to the players. A little bit of confusion here at the end of the game, at least in the press box, if not on the field. I thought they would just let the clock run, but instead a discussion. Fourth down coming. Fourth down coming. The scoreboard and the box both say fourth down. Was the timeout called before the third down play? That's what we think may have happened, but the officials have not made it clear to the box or the scoreboard. They're saying the timeout was called after the snap. The officials are having a conversation now with the Ashdown coaches who have come out onto the field to talk. All right, maybe they're about to fix it on the scoreboard. Let's see. We have one official walking to Arkadelphia's side. If it's third down, there is no problem. They have not fixed it on the box yet. It would be comforting if that happened. Officials are having another conversation. Still says fourth on the box and on the scoreboard, but now all the officials are having a conversation, and they are also talking to the Ashdown coach who has walked out on the field. It's become much more complicated here at the end than expected. They're going to put the ball back where it was and say it's third down. Yeah, no doubt about it. By moving the ball back, that's an indication they want the box to go back to third down, and they do. It is third down. That timeout was called before the snap. That's the key. That timeout was called before the snap. They may have been afraid that the play clock was going to expire before the snap, so they called timeout. But it was before the snap, so it's still third down. Just took a while to correct everybody down there and get the box showing third down. So it's still third down. This means Arkadelphia can indeed run out the clock. Arkadelphia can indeed run out the clock. Now they'll take a knee, and that's going to do it. That's going to do it. 24 seconds left. And they don't have to even look at the play clock. Arkadelphia will not have to snap it again. The Badgers are going to snap this winning streak of Ashdown. They're going to move into a tie with Ashdown. But by virtue of the win, they'll really be ahead of the Panthers for second place in the conference behind undefeated Robinson. Arkadelphia 33 and Ashdown 27. What an exciting football game. Arkadelphia 21-0 lead at the end of one quarter of play, led 28-0 early in the second quarter, then two Ashdown touchdowns in the second quarter, another Ashdown touchdown in the third quarter, but then Arkadelphia came bouncing back with a field goal and a safety to add to their point total and get the Badgers to 33 points and a 33-27 final score. Arkadelphia with the big, big win tonight, and we'll be back with the postgame show after this.
Locally owned and operated, Java Primo is the official coffee house of ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. In addition to coffee, drinks, and desserts, we also have wonderful options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Shop our gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com or visit us on Main Street in historic downtown Arkadelphia. Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more says, Go Badgers! The Board of Directors of South Central Arkansas Electric Cooperative believes in the necessity of high-speed internet access in rural South Central Arkansas. South Central Connect was created to fill a need other internet providers are not able to provide to our area. South Central Connect, through our local cooperative, brings the necessity of internet service to your house, much like they did electricity in the 1930s. Sign up today at southcentralconnect.com or call 855-269-3429.
Andy's Restaurant at the corner of Pine Street and Walnut Street is proud to support Arkadelphia Badger football. The Badgers love Andy's biscuits, and we know you will too, so stop by for breakfast and try a biscuit or some of our great breakfast options. Stopping by later, try one of our classic items like our Andy Burger made with 100% always fresh, never frozen grade A Black Angus beef. Want something different? How about our pork nachos or our golden fried catfish fillets with hush puppies? We have many more options as well, and don't forget ice cream and our other desserts. Andy's Restaurant, proud sponsor of Biscuits for Badgers every game day morning.
Many thanks to our fourth quarter sponsor, Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone. What a fourth quarter it was. Arkadelphia came out on top. Badgers 33 and Panthers of Ashdown High School 27. Now we're into the postgame show, sponsored by Blend Real Estate and our friend Kerry Garnett. I want to tell you this, Chris Babb, it was a very interesting ending, but all ended well. Maybe a little more confusion in the press box than on the field, but finally they got the box, they got the scoreboard right, and Arkadelphia was able to run out the clock without giving the ball back to Ashdown.
Yeah, Arkadelphia had that third down, and mathematically, if you stop the clock and with that timeout, Arkadelphia, the play clock was down to 2 seconds. So I think the coaches thought that if you get a delay of game there, then you're not going to be able to have the start the clock on the ready for play. And so you get the timeout, you save the 5 yards, you regroup your group, you get your guys over, regroup. Ashdown was thinking that timeout was called after the snap, and so I would have been trying it too. If you have an opportunity to try to get the ball back, crazy things happen. You score on the Hail Mary, and so it was a crazy ending. I was wondering about the timeout myself, but then after doing the math and you look at it with a 40-second play clock, you can call a timeout, snap it one time on third down, and it's over. And so,
I think Whitten would have actually gotten the snap off in time, but it did make sense to make sure that the delay of game did not happen. And so they were just careful about that. It delayed things a little bit. It was a little bit scary because it was showing fourth down on the box and the scoreboard, but the officials did straighten it out on both sidelines and for the scoreboard and for the box, and it was, in fact, an opportunity for Arkadelphia to run out the clock and get the 33-27 win. What a game it was, though, Chris. 21 points in the first quarter for Arkadelphia, the fumble return of 75 yards by Alex Turley, a couple of offensive touchdowns as well, Davis and Loy scoring those in the first quarter. Then early in the second quarter, Arkadelphia got another touchdown. However, back came Ashdown, 2 touchdowns before halftime, and it was 28-14 at the break. And then Ashdown, starting the second half, got a touchdown, Kielbach to Winfrey. All of a sudden, it was 28-20 when the extra point was blocked. But after that, a very important drive for Arkadelphia from its own 17-yard line to the 33-yard line, and actually closer than the 33. The third down play was on the 33. They got about 10 yards closer, and then they were able to go for a field goal and got it, 36-yard field goal. Good for Arkadelphia. That gave them back some momentum and a sigh of relief to get the lead back to 11 points at that point, a 2-possession lead, and then a safety after that, and Arkadelphia was able to put it away.
Yeah, I think Chase mentioned it when Spencer Allen hit that field goal, kind of stopped the bleeding, and that was a big those were 3 big points to go on that board to give Arkadelphia an 11-point lead, a 2-possession lead, and, boy, you talk about a game of momentum and a game of runs. Arkadelphia had all the momentum at 28-0. And then the one, we mentioned it, the one muff punt gave Ashdown a little life, and they were able to capitalize. And then Arkadelphia decides to go for it around the 35 or 40-yard line. You don't get it, and Ashdown capitalizes. And then they have the ball coming out the third quarter. They carry the momentum for the middle of the second quarter, but that was a big field goal. That was a big field goal to give Arkadelphia a little momentum. And then you go back to that safety. That allowed Arkadelphia to take a 33-20 lead. Arkadelphia ends up winning by 6, but you also allows you to get the ball back and run some time off the clock. And so just a very strange game.
Strange also because Ashdown's last touchdown was on a Hail Mary from 42 yards out on 4th down and 37. You would think you could get up and knock the ball down, make it an incomplete pass, but Ashdown has some tall receivers who can jump well. One of them got higher than Badgers, came down with the football about a yard inside the goal line for that touchdown, and suddenly it all depended then on an extra, or on an onside kick, I should say, and Arkadelphia recovered it. What a key play that was.
It was. I just got a text that said they said it ain't over till the fat lady sings, and she took a long time to sing tonight, and a lot longer than
warming up for a long time before she started singing.
We thought we heard her warming up in the first quarter, but that's the danger. You get up 28-0, and you kind of maybe check out a little bit, and all it takes is 2 plays to get a team that has a lot of confidence, a 7-0 team, back in the swing of things, and that's what happened.
We're going to talk a lot in this post-game show about how well Arkadelphia played, but you got to give some credit to Alex Kielbach also, the quarterback for Ashdown. He's a senior. He was knocked down and had trouble getting up twice during the game, but he kept coming back. He played extremely well for this team. Ashdown has a better team than we have seen in recent years. Arkadelphia has won 5 in a row now against the Panthers, but this was by far the toughest game.
Yeah, and talk about tough, that's Alex Kielbach. He got just rocked about 3 or 4 times and just hit hard. You know, he got taken out of the game in the first half from a big hit. We saw him get hit 2 or 3 times just during the game and really just stayed in there. And that Hail Mary catch, touchdown pass, he was a defensive lineman, had him, forced him out of the pocket to the left. I believe one of Arkadelphia's defensive linemen had Kielbach by the sleeve.
Yep.
Couldn't break him, couldn't bring him down. It forced him to escape a little bit more, and he just, threw it with all he had.
Tell you what, our post-game show is going to be a lot of fun. We'll have a conversation on the sideline between our own Chase Hartzell and Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker, and Jim Rothwell is here to give us all the stats. Going to be a little different statistically than we usually see. A lot of unusual plays. Arkadelphia forced a safety on Ashdown. Arkadelphia got a long field goal, a very key kick from Allen. Arkadelphia scored defensively as well. Hail Mary touchdown for Ashdown. Lots of unusual plays tonight, but a very exciting game and a big, big win for the Arkadelphia Badgers. We'll be back with more of the Blend Real Estate postgame show after this.
R&T Dixon's Exxon stores are proud supporters of this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Locally owned and operated by Randy and Tanya Dixon, we welcome you to visit any of our 3 convenient locations in Arkadelphia and Caddo Valley. Fill up your tank and get your snacks in our stores located at each I-30 exit and also near downtown by Washita and Henderson. Visit Dixon's Family Store at 3036 Pine Street or Tiger Mart on North 10th Street in Arkadelphia, or visit Dixon's Valley Exxon at 144 Valley Street in Caddo Valley today. R&T Dixon's Exxon stores say Go Badgers!
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We're back at Badger Stadium. Final score once again, a whale of a game tonight. Undefeated Ashdown, no longer undefeated. Arkadelphia gets the win 33-27, and the Badgers also moved to 4-1 in conference play. Only Robinson is ahead of these 2 teams as Robinson is playing tonight. We'll get a score on them a little bit later, but first let's have a statistical report coming from our own Jim Rothwell.
Well, let's talk about Ashdown first. Kielbach just started off a little slow with the passing, but he ended up 16 out of 32 for 226 yards. And then McElroy came in and had the long completion for, I think that was about 59 yards. They had 3 TDs passing and then the 1 interception. They did have the 1 fumble as well. They had 7 penalties for 55 yards. So they ended up with 285 yards passing. The difference, Arkadelphia made them throw the ball. They rushed 27 times for 57 yards. That's just a little over 2 yards a carry. They picked up only 4 first downs rushing. They did get the 1 TD rushing. But running back, the Fricks had 14 carries for 41 yards, counting on him. 3 for 13 yards. The quarterback, Kielbach, 7 carries with the sacks, a -5. So great job stopping the run. I mean, you hold any team to 57 yards rushing, you're doing pretty good on that and getting a lot of pressure on him. Several of the completions were just him scrambling enough and throwing the ball down the field and their big receivers just going up and get it, just like on the Hail Mary. I mean, he had pressure. He was about sacked and just got enough away to just heave it as far as he could on that. But he did, again, he picked up in the second half a lot more accurate than he started with. So, like I said, it was a strange game. It was like they couldn't do anything running, and every once in a while they'd complete a pass enough to keep a drive going on that. So, interesting for Ashdown on that. Arkadelphia is not the stats we've been used to the last few weeks, particularly rushing. We say Davis, well, he had didn't really have a great night. 18 carries for 83 yards. 83 yards is a pretty good night most of the time, and 1 TD. Whitten did, particularly in the first half, he had several carries, 15 carries for 60 yards and 1 TD there as well. 11 first downs rushing for Arkadelphia. Total carries 39 for 153 yards. Whitten was 14 out of 24 for 160 yards, 58%. Started off real strong in the first half, 7 out of 10, 110 yards, 70%. And we talked about that. They changed and we're getting pressure on him. He didn't have time to sit back there and look, and we could see the effects of that. He did end up with 58% completion. The 1 TD and then 7 first downs passing. Receivers, some big nights. Bailey had 3 catches for 30, but the big one was nice to see Trip Campbell back, 5 catches for 56 yards. And then Alex Lloyd, 2 catches for 38 yards and the 1 TD. So spreading it around a little bit for the receivers. We didn't see him throw as much to Davis, only 2 attempts, but he did have 29 yards there for him on receiving as well. So again, receiving and passing, he topped 100 yards again. And Whitten had a good night. He had, counting passing and rushing, he ended up with, it'd be over 200 yards. So, you sort of look at it and think, well, they didn't really, we didn't do much. But 60 and 106, that's 220 yards of offense for Whitten.
Tell you what, Jim, let's talk about offensive and defensive players of the game. There are plenty of defensive candidates. The defense scored a touchdown tonight. The defense held a very powerful offense for Ashdown down for most of the game, including a second half when Ashdown had threatened to come back. Arkadelphia never relinquished the lead, and the Badger defense had everything to do with that. Who's your defensive player of the game?
I would think it would have to be Bailey. He seemed to make plays, not just on defense, but he had a couple of plays. He finally had a good run on offense, some catches. But particularly on defense, he made several times he was pressuring the line of scrimmage, made several tackles at the line of scrimmage to help in that rushing game. Did a good job in covering as well. So he stood out to me. I kept hearing his name called. It seemed like in a lot of different ways.
I like that choice because Bailey always contributes offensively and defensively.
And special teams,
but he's not always a statistical leader. So let's go with Bailey as our defensive player of the game. But I also want to throw in maybe a co-defensive player in Alex Turley. After all, he made tackles from his linebacker spot, and he had the 75-yard fumble return for a touchdown.
That's true. Picking that up, being alert to pick it up and scoop and score with it.
The dream of every linebacker to score a touchdown. Offensive player of the game, Jim, who do you go with?
It's tough because, again, nobody just jumps out.
Good balanced offense,
yeah,
right?
Whitten had a good night, 220 total yards. But it was nice to see Trip Campbell back, and he made some good catches. 5 catches for 56 yards. That's sort of the 2 that stand out to me on that.
Davis over 100 yards rushing and receiving. Whitten passed for 160, ran for 60 more. But I'm with you. It's so nice to see Campbell back. 5 catches on his first night back with the team after his injuries. Good to see him back. We're going to make him our offensive player of the game. Obviously, the coaches called a good game. They were ready for this contest, facing an undefeated team, and jumped out to a 28-0 lead. And then Arkadelphia had the wherewithal to stand up when Ashdown came storming back. It was a whale of a football game.
It really was. It was back and forth, momentum there. So
we have down on the sideline now. Thank you, Jim. We're going to go down to the sideline. We have an opportunity for Chase to talk to Arkadelphia's victorious head coach, Trey Shucker. Down to the sideline.
All right, so I'm standing here now with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker. Coach Shucker, congratulations on a huge win tonight against the undefeated Panthers.
Hey, thank you very much. Very proud of our kids for pulling it out. Just a prime example of finding a way to win. We started the game really fast. We got up on them early, 28-0. They fought back. Props to them. They had a really good game plan and they executed really well. They didn't quit. But our kids responded and was able to pull through on the night.
Now, the Panthers did mount a comeback later in this game, but the defense did a great job down the stretch trying to save off some of those last few scores, including that interception downfield and then a safety right after that. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, no, that was huge. That was huge. You know, the safety right there at the end just made the point differential a little bit better for us. And, you know, that's big to swing the momentum in our favor and get us the ball back in that situation. So it was awesome. You know, it was just a big team win. You know, our defense played well in some really good spots. You know, our D-line got after the quarterback in the second half. You know, that was something that we needed to do better in the first half. But they came out and got after it.
And on the note of that comeback, Ashdown trying to mount the comeback there at the end. A lot of late game confusion as well. How would you say your players, responded to that situation?
I thought our players handled it really well. You know, Ashdown's a really good team. They're undefeated for a reason. You know, our kids were ready. They were prepared. They had a great week of practice. Came out here and executed the game plan. And very proud of our kids. Our coaches did a great job of getting our kids prepared. It's just a great overall team win for us. You know, we're playing really good football right now. We hope to continue next week.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much, Chase, on the sideline with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker. What a big win it was. What a lot of fun it was to watch. We hope that you were here at the stadium to watch it, or if you were with us for the entire broadcast, we're glad that you were with us. We are so thankful to all of our sponsors. I want to close it out with a conversation with Chris Babb as we look to some key games coming up at the end of the season. And before I do that, let me just say thank you to all of our sponsors: Andy's Restaurant, Austin Wingfield State Farm, Bell Wealth Services, Blend Real Estate, Chad Kesterson Shelter Insurance, Clark County Farm Bureau, Dairy Queen, Eccles Thompson and Kneebone, Gary and Rob Rucker, Israel Wardlaw Farmers Insurance, Java Primo, Mary and Martha's, Midian Digital Creations, Pediatrics Plus, Price and Company, Providence Veterinary Care, South Central Connect, Southern Bancorp, Southwest Auto Collection, Southwest Sporting Goods, Taylor King Law, Turner, Rogers, Manning, and Plyler, Welch Funeral Home, and our friends at Roadrunner. Thank you to all of our sponsors, and Blend Real Estate, our post-game sponsor as well. Chris, I tell you what, Arkadelphia got a very important win tonight, and it sets up a very important stretch here toward the end of the regular season.
Yep, you go to Bauxite next week and then wrap it up on senior night home against Malvern. Malvern had a big win tonight over Fountain Lake. I believe that final was 54-22. Trying to scroll through and see some of these others. Obviously, Arkadelphia 33-27. Nashville defeats Haskell Harmony Grove 28-21. And Robinson defeats Bauxite 56-12. So it does set up. Robinson's still undefeated at 5-0. Arkadelphia 4-1. Ashdown 4-1. And the Badgers and the Panthers battling for that second playoff spot. Arkadelphia got the upper hand tonight, but you got to go on the road to the pit next week and play a Bauxite team that has struggled. And but you've got to take care of business. Arkadelphia had some injuries and then had a few people banged up tonight, so you have to take the weekend to get yourself healthy, have a good week of practice next week, and try to come out and move to 5-1 in conference.
The Pit is the name of that field at Bauxite. We're going to be there next week, and it's kind of a challenge for us to figure out how to set up in that stadium, but we're going to do it one way or the other.
That's right. Last time we broadcast from among the people, we took the show to the people. And I figure we're going to end up doing that again. And Coleman, just we'll take care of you next week. We just don't know where you're going to be.
Yeah, might be on top of something, but we'll make it all work out. Yeah. Felt kind of like Harry Carey there out in the stands last time, except not nearly as much drink as Harry might have had.
And there's no seventh inning stretch.
Yeah, well, that's true too. Football game. We are excited to bring you that game against the Miners next week and all of the Badger action. Arkadelphia, Chris, to wrap it up, is a well-coached team, a well-motivated team. I'd say a very dangerous team at this point.
Oh, they're playing really, really good football. You had a couple of hiccups there, and I really think if Arkadelphia doesn't, you go back to that first play, the first miscue of the game that gave Ashdown some life, and this is a completely different ball game. I think if that doesn't happen, but regardless, games are ups and downs. You deal with the ups, you deal with the downs, and you try to do what it takes to win the game, and that's what Coach Shucker did, and that's said earlier with Chase, and that's why Arkadelphia came out with a 6-point win.
Thank you to Chase Hartzell on the broadcast tonight. He had a doubleheader tonight, covered some volleyball over at Washita before he came over for this Badger game. I want to say thank you to my longtime partner, Jim Rothwell, and also our captain, my buddy Chris Babb. I want to say thank you to all of you for tuning in and to our sponsors. This is Jeff Root saying thank you one more time to Coleman Callan. I can't believe I almost forgot to mention Coleman. He's the guy that brings you all the videos, so we got to thank Coleman as well. Final score from Badger Stadium tonight, Arkadelphia 33, Ashdown 27. Good night, everybody. And Abby, Daddy's on his way home.